popular. The guy was paying next to nothing. This is all what I heard anyway. And a big fat bulbous Al was like, well, forget it, man. I'm not paying $50 more a week. I mean, it was something like $50 or $100.
Oh, boy.
And Big Al got resentful. So Big Al, made a grandstand and...
big, fat, tubby.
Yeah, and he decided he was going to boycott for a while.
Yeah. Well, we missed him.
Of course. And you know he'd come running right back because everywhere else he advertises doesn't work.
Yeah.
Guy takes full 2 pages of the New York Post, doesn't get 3 people in there.
He's the only person who advertises in the Post.
Big Al sometimes advertises, he takes over the whole Post. He advertises in the Post like reaching mutants.
Yeah. This is a blanket for a homeless person. That's what the Post is.
That's right. That's what Pat Harper used to keep herself warm when she was doing her homeless piece.
Really?
Hey, you know who's a real good-looking newscaster?
Who?
She's not an anchor woman, but Channel 7's starting to really fox up their field reporters.
Yeah.
Dorothy Lucy, you aware of her?
Well, everybody don't moan at once.
Have you checked her out?
I haven't seen her.
They got this. When did they get her? Is she new? And that's most of the local news stations have to get like 2 or 3 little field reporters that look incredible.
They do.
Yeah, it's sort of like the unwritten law. Who's the news director over at Channel 7?
I don't know. The same guy who fired what's his name is still there. I don't remember.
Well, he's got a good eye for beauty. Dorothy Lucy. Give me that. In fact, I was watching the Michelle Marsh.
Wait a minute.
I was watching Michelle Marsh on Channel 2.
Yeah.
And looking at her going, yeah, man, she's okay. But give me Dorothy Lucy.
What did you tell me yesterday?
I know. Forget that.
Oh, forget it?
Yeah.
It's over already?
I told Robin I wasn't horny for other women anymore, but...
What a liar. I said to him, when did it stop? He says, I swear, Robin, I'm not thinking about women anymore. What a liar. I said, well, when did you stop? Yesterday?
Yeah.
And he says, nope, that's it. It's over.
Dorothy Lucy.
See how long it lasted?
But she wears sort of provincial kind of clothing, not...
What, that's newsy, businessy kind of thing?
Nah, not even that kind of stuff. That stuff I dig. I'm talking about almost like... She needs a wardrobe consultant. She's wearing almost like lacy, frilly...
Like Brooks Brothers kind of stuff.
Not even as nice as Brooks Brothers. Almost like what white trash wears out on their front porch. You know what I mean? Like when they get dressed up for their best wedding or something.
One of those lace tops?
Yeah. Oh, man. It was real bad because they had her there covering the Bernie Getz thing, and they had a lot of Dorothy Lucy on Channel 7.
Uh-huh.
And she was wearing that lace white trash outfit. You can tell she definitely is a white trash.
Looked like she got it from the Home Shoppers Club?
Yeah. VTV. But brains, good delivery.
Brains, you noticed.
Did a nice analysis of the Bernie Getz thing. Was ad-libbing nicely.
I'll have to check her out.
Good body, beautiful face. My little Dorothy Lucy.
Oh.
My little Lucy, Dorothy Lucy. Hey, Lucy, I'm home.
Hey, honey.
But anyway, so the big news is that Big Al, of course, is back.
Now, what does Big Al have to say for himself this week?
Who cares? A big fat slob. I mean, and we give him a great rate. I mean, I happen to know this for a fact. I take an interest in the business affairs of the radio station. When I see a Big Al not coming on, and mind you, the guy doesn't want to pay $50 more a week. We're giving him 30-minute commercials.
I know.
It wasn't like we were skimping here. I mean, he bitched and moaned. So in addition to being big and fat and tubby and bulbous and chunky and porky and monstrous and piggy and dumpy and gargantuan and wide and heavy, we have to add cranky, cheap, and grumpy to that list.
He sounds like 25's dwarf.
Yeah. Tell you, we have so many adjectives in front of that name, I'm breathless. But Big Al is back on the air, and he does have great prices. We do buy all of it.
He has great equipment.
Even during his boycott of our show, we didn't boycott Big Al's great sound.
We would never boycott Big Al.
That's right. I'm telling you.
You know, he treats us that way, but...
He even tried to pull a fast one and advertise on Yankee games, but...
Oh, he's done that before.
Big deal. Go ahead,
He
man.
doesn't ever learn.
No, he doesn't learn because he's big and he's fat. Actually,
I think that fat has gone to his brain.
the big news is that he dropped 40 pounds, actually.
You're kidding.
Yeah, because he got so huge, it was just so disgusting to look at him.
What? Well, I gotta go see Big Al.
Yeah, well, he's still big and fat. He just dropped 40 pounds.
Weight loss diet.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
You know, even that system he couldn't stay on. And you know,
Can you imagine Big Al trying to get away with one of those little meals, Jackie?
and you know that big fat slob, Big Al from Great Sounds, couldn't even stay on a. You know what'll happen? He'll lose 80 pounds, but he'll gain it
right back. Mr. Yo-Yo.
Because he walks into a restaurant and he complains because it's not filling enough. When they only feed him like 900 rolls and 2 entrees.
Yeah, normal human-sized portions are nothing to Al. They're like appetizers.
And if Big Al would learn to eat a little slower, I admit I eat my food fast, but this guy's like a vacuum cleaner. Oh,
yeah.
He's disgusting.
See, I can't sit across from a fat person and watch them eat.
Let me give you the outrageous prices of Big Al's.
That's why I've never had lunch with you, Al.
Big Al's Great Sounds. Panasonic T120s for only $3.48. Sure, it's a great price. Also, he has a Sharp VHS.
And it doesn't even have a remote control.
We're bombing somebody decent. We're bombing Iran, you jackasses.
That was Libya. We've never bombed.
Same difference, Robin. You always get me on a technicality.
One of those commie tricks he has.
Listen, never mind all of this.
Stop this harassment.
I say a Darrell Cabey and a James Ramseur come up to me. Want $5? That seems pretty reasonable. They could have taken my whole wallet. Here's a $5. See what happens. Now we've shot him. Now he's paying $350 an hour for a lawyer.
Oh, stop. Now,
he got no job.
Shoot him necessarily.
Right. He really went through hell on this. Probably saying to himself, I'm a schmuck. Like $5. Now I'm paying $350 an hour. The guy's bankrupt.
They're probably on a lecture tour now with Timothy Leary or Gordon Liddy did.
My car.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
And I started screaming at the guy, get away from my car. I do not want you to wash my windows. I'm fine. I don't need my windows washed. Meanwhile, Howard's digging into his pocket looking for $1.
I had to get rid of the guy.
Did you buy the rose also?
What do you want me to do, shoot him? It's a beautiful rose. I still have it. Oh, you're not so funny, John.
He's the reason these people are still out there.
That's it. I'm not shooting them.
Hey, here comes Howard. Squeegee and the roses. You know.
I'm an easy mark.
Yesterday's Daily News and things like that.
Everything. Whatever you got to sell, he'll buy.
John will come in with a squeegee next week. You'll see.
I'm a friend of Bernie's. We just go there and wipe them out.
Hey, what if I leave Jessica Hahn's phone number on Bernie's answering machine, like a love connection?
No.
Fawn Hall. You dig her, huh?
Fawn's going to be the star of this.
Yeah, well, you better just keep it in your pants. I can't believe you're going through another divorce. I can't believe you.
Howard?
I just can't believe
I can't
you.
believe you got fired 3 times since I've seen you last either.
Come on, that's
Every
different.
time, you know?
Why bother getting married?
My government fires you all the time. Why is that?
Is this wife of yours going to take more of your money? Is she going to take your money, or are you going to just, get over this scot-free?
Why do they keep hiring you again?
Do you have a prenuptial agreement?
Do you have a prenuptial agreement?
We have a postnuptial agreement.
See, he's such a hippie that he wouldn't have a prenuptial agreement.
Well, first of all, he was probably so, inebriated at the time.
No, he wasn't. He was straight when you married this one, right?
No.
Oh,
he
no.
wasn't straight.
No.
Well, then you
no one in their right mind would do something like that to themselves.
I know what you're saying. Oh, poor John. I feel so bad for him. I wish he'd straighten out his whole life. I wish he'd straighten it out already.
Well, before he goes, he's going to straighten it out.
I've been trying so hard. I'm in therapy, and I'm really trying real hard.
Are you in therapy?
Really?
Yeah, and I have my shoulder to the wheel when I'm pushing for America.
Super.
Wow.
Yeah.
And when you had Jane Fonda in bed?
Well, people think I'm an old flower child,
But you're not. You're just like a guy who liked to get a lot of babes.
No, I'm an old beatnik.
You're an old beatnik. That's true. Yeah, you're a little too old to be a flower child.
Exactly right. Yeah, Kerouac was my hero. Ginsberg, guys like that. Yeah.
So what happened when you had when the book? Why did you gloss over that anyway?
What?
I couldn't believe it. Why Jane Fonda and Roger Vadim when you got them in bed? You, Michelle, Jane Fonda. Look, you don't even remember. You wrote this.
How could you forget this?
You mean with Warren Beatty, the George Hamilton imposter?
No. I'm talking about...
Yeah, Warren Beatty was there, too.
Warren Beatty was in that bed?
Yeah.
He's just one shade from George Hamilton. He could have been George Hamilton just like that.
That's pretty close.
Turn of the card.
If it wasn't for the movie Reds, he would have been George Hamilton.
Yeah.
That Ishtar is the nuttiest movie. Have you seen that?
No.
What jackass would put Warren Beatty, the most difficult performer, a guy who spends all the money, and put Dustin Hoffman in the same movie with him, another nut who busy listen, I need to do the whole scene on videotape 5 times, and then I'll commit it to film. Well, of course it's going to cost $40 million. If you put Warren Beatty in a film, it's going to cost you $20 million. And if you put Dustin Hoffman in a film, it's going to cost you $20 million. These guys are such nonsense perfectionists.
I haven't finished seeing Red yet.
Yeah. That's right. It takes a long time to watch that movie.
No, that was a great film.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really good.
But let me tell you what the silliest thing is about Ishtar. Not only did somebody put the two of them in the film and let them run amok, spending all that money to make it, they also bought the idea that they'd put them in the film, make them songwriters, and then have Dustin be the womanizer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird film.
It's believable, right? He's standing there next to Warren Beatty.
Isn't it?
It's just that if you don't want to spend a lot of money on a movie...
they should have used George Hamilton. I don't see the difference.
Cheaper.
I don't see the difference, really.
And he doesn't have to, commit everything to videotape first.
Yeah, right. More reasonable, and Liz could have come by the set. They could have had tea.
Yeah, no wasted time. This Dustin Hoffman needs 30 minutes just to take a dump. For God's sakes. He's got to prepare. They got to prepare.
They all went through Strasbourg and method acting and all that. So, it's a matter of focus.
So what happened? You didn't get it on with Warren Beatty, though, did you?
It's also hazy. It was dark.
He doesn't remember.
It was very, very dark. You get to Malibu.
You didn't start slipping the tongue to Warren Beatty.
All of a sudden, there you are, and it's dark in Malibu.
I don't know, man.
The sound of the surf. You're not sure if it's a machine or if it's a real ocean out there.
You didn't do any pickle chugging, did you? You're not a tube Tarzan, are you, John? You're not a Schwartz smoker.
I might have tickled the turkey. That's all I know.
That's it. All right. As long as you're no stem stasher or tush trespasser, I don't mind. I get nervous with the guys who are.
Yeah?
You know what I mean.
Some guy's named Louise or something like that.
That's right. Robin, listen, we'll get right back to all this right after these words.
Okay. Now she's doing someone else.
No, I can't put up for this. This unprofessionalism I can't put up with. I run a tight ship.
Van Holland.
Hello.
Open. Cross Island Park.
Well, there's a hospital where he was housed, or where he lived up until his death.
What are they doing at the hospital? Didn't they tell those people that he died, the Elephant Man? They could bury those bones, can't they?
Well,
couldn't they just fake it,
Yeah.
Send him some remains,
Yeah,
exactly.
Here you go, Michael.
Who's going to know? Who even knows if that really is the Elephant Man?
Send him ashes and say, we
Who's
burned
to
him.
say? Some peanut shells around and let it go,
Boy, is that movie annoying.
Oh, stop it. You guys are very cruel. Anyway, Michael's people say that Michael's not trying to buy the remains of the Elephant Man.
Yeah.
He's trying to show the seriousness of his concern about this whole thing. He would consider it a great honor to be able to take care of the remains of the Elephant Man. He's very interested, has done a lot of
Take care covers a lot of territory.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it certainly does.
Pretty hard to take care of those remains. Hey, just face it, Michael Jackson's freaky. He's a freak.
Do you water them or what? I mean, it's like...
Yeah, how do you take care of remains?
That's not a plant.
And who pays $1 million for remains?
He says he's not trying to buy them at any price. He merely is offering a greater financial consideration, which the hospital, any hospital, can certainly utilize in the care of people.
His people must go nuts, Michael Jackson.
I'm sure of it.
When he comes out of his little room and he goes, I want to buy Elephant Man remains. Make a statement to the press that actually makes it sound legitimate, okay? Because that's what and they're like, schmuck, $1 million on elephant remains. This guy doesn't even buy us a car for like a yearly review. I mean, what the hell?
Considered a great honor to be able to take care of the remains of the Elephant Man. He's very interested, has done a lot of
Take care covers a lot of territory.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it certainly does.
Pretty hard to take care of those remains. Hey, just face it, Michael Jackson's freaky. He's a freak.
Do you water them or what? I mean, it's like...
Yeah, how do you take care of remains?
That's not a plant.
And who pays $1 million for remains?
He says he's not trying to buy them at any price. He merely is offering a greater financial consideration, which the hospital, any hospital, can certainly utilize in the care of people.
His people must go nuts, Michael Jackson.
I'm sure of it.
When he comes out of his little room and he goes, I want to buy Elephant Man remains. Make a statement to the press that actually makes it sound legitimate, okay? Because that's what... And they're like, schmuck, $1 million on elephant remains. This guy doesn't even buy us a car for like our yearly review. I mean, what the hell is this? That must drive them out of their mind. Imagine Michael Jackson's accountant, man, all that money sitting in front of him, and the kids going out and spending it on Elephant Man remains. Yeah. His people must go out of their minds when he comes out of that stupid little oxygen tent. Release a statement to the press that I don't want to own the elephant remains, just that I'll be a good caretaker of elephant remains.
You must attend to them.
Yes, I will attend to them. And his people take this all seriously. This isn't nonsense.
They have to. They want to keep their job. They don't laugh in his face when he says this stuff. They go out and try to get it done.
No.
Well, they do that, don't they, Robin?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy really is negotiating with the hospital.
I will put them next to John Dillinger's penis remains and Lindbergh baby remains. Thank you.
But now what I understand is that they screened his new Pepsi commercial for a bunch of people, and they were met with, let us say, less than positive response. There were actual boos heard in the room sometimes, not even polite applause.
People hated it.
They really didn't like it. In fact, what they are speculating now is that the Pepsi people are very upset with the new Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. The new nose, the new chin, and the new image make him so totally effeminate that they can't handle it.
Really? Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, but if he had that Elephant Man remains thing for him, you know,
everybody'd want to see it.
He could change the whole picture. Not so effeminate then, you know, when you're carrying Elephant Man remains.
You're carrying the Elephant Man remains.
Pickle trouble. What smoke?
That Michael, does he know how to ruin a career?
Trespasser.
They'll be recalling John Lennon's UFO sighting pretty soon at a convention on Sunday at PS 41 in Greenwich Village. It's the UFO convention.
What about you, John? You ever sighted a UFO?
No, I sighted John Lennon a couple of times.
That's right. You were friends with him.
Yeah, John and I were good friends. I never knew he sighted a UFO.
Well, it happened.
How many are they recalling?
Just one. It happened back in 1974 at 9:30.
He was in bed with Yoko at the time.
No, he was not.
No?
John was with May Pang. They were living together on the top floor of an apartment building on 52nd Street.
Ooh, she's nice.
This is all in page 6 today. They saw bright lights like an illuminated billboard. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe that's what it was.
What was that address again?
Wait a second. That was no UFO. That was Omer. Climbing through the window of Yoko's apartment.
There was a circular metallic object about the size of a 2-seat Learjet with lights flashing on its sides.
It was
One
Michael.
red light
it was
on
Michael.
top.
Anybody see Elephant Man remains in here? Oh, hi, John.
It made no noise, swayed and tilted very slowly, and then went away, I guess. May says it was close enough that if Reggie Jackson hit a home run, the ball would have hit it.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Somehow I doubt this story.
John was
nice metaphor, though.
Wasn't this John's drunken years that when he ran off with May Pang?
I think so.
Yeah. Bill and Thomas tears.
Yes.
And he called May on the terrace to see it, too. May says, John yelled to the UFO, "Take me with you!"
Please, I can't stand Ringo. I'm Paul's a nudge. And that Yoko, she's buying cows with my money. Hey, let's call May Pang. We got her number.
Sure.
We'll call her later.
All right, and find out the scoop on this story.
She never mentioned that. Well, she mentioned it was the size of John's Bedingtadankter.
He never talked about it, apparently, except in the lyrics on the Double Fantasy album, in which he says, let me see, what does he say there? There are UFOs over New York, and I am not surprised. That was his only reference to it in life.
That's heavy.
That is something.
But anyway, May will also be talking about it at that UFO convention on Sunday. So if you want to hear more after we get her on the phone.
Where's the convention, Robin?
And Greenwich Village, PS 41.
Oh, man, I'll have to get down there.
Yes, and here's
that sounds great.
May doing a lot of important work these days, huh?
Well,
I didn't know she was on the rubber chicken, tour.
Oh, yeah, she is, sure.
UFOing it, huh?
What, did you ever see John Lennon naked?
No, of course not. No. I've never seen myself naked, actually.
I know. I've seen myself naked.
I bathe with my clothing on.
Oh, come on, you've seen yourself naked.
Just George Hamilton once.
I see.
And one last story here, Howard.
Go ahead, Robin.
The people who do the voices for Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
What happened with that?
Are on strike.
Good. The hell with them. You know, I'll tell you something.
What?
I'm available. I'm a scab.
Let me hear your Woody Woodpecker.
Woody Woodpecker? Come on.
Next.
Got any others?
There's competition.
Hey, I could do any of those voices.
Okay.
Let me tell you
Donald
something.
Duck. Do Donald Duck.
I'll tell you something, man. There is such big money in those cartoons, and
Well, wait a minute. Do you know what those people make?
Oh yeah, I know what they make. Go ahead, tell them.
What are they?
Go tell them.
You tell them.
They make like triple scale.
We know, but you tell them.
They make $361 a day
Right.
for doing the voices of up to 3 characters a show.
Don't believe it. I know guys who are doing cartoons,
Yeah.
and I know their agents, and I know what they're getting. And any good
We're talking about the rank and file,
Yeah,
not
screw the rank and file.
Oh. Well, that's what they're.
Screw the rank and file.
Well, that's what they're doing. That's why they're on strike.
$361. I'm not going out on strike with them. You need a voice man, I'm here.
Right.
Who's on strike? Give me the voices. I'll do it right now.
Well, all of them. All of the Saturday morning cartoon people.
To the
are on
Roadrunner.
Is
strike.
He-Man out on strike?
The Roadrunner. He-Man is out. No, isn't that in Japan they do He-Man?
I don't know, but I'm available for that, too. He-Man doesn't sound Japanese, Rob.
He doesn't?
No.
She-Man also there.
She-Ra.
She-Ra.
Yeah.
That's what my daughter
I
wants.
would do any of those. I would scab out my voice for that easily.
Well, the Screen Actors Guild has pulled everybody off the job and onto the picket line because they want that $361 to represent 1 main voice and 2 incidentals, not 3 main characters. They say it's not easy to go from being Top Cat 1 minute to Huckleberry Hound the next.
Excuse me for a minute, Robin. There is what are you, a jackass, or who are you, sir? How do you get it? Not you, John. What is it? Can someone find out? Open that door. Hey, man, who are you? Who are you?
Howard, I got a delivery of the Spirit Straight for you. I was supposed to get it to Gary. I couldn't find him.
What, you just walked into the building and you get in here?
There's nobody here.
You're just like a listener who walked in?
No, just... There you go.
Oh, all right. Well, thanks for the tape. Gary, do your job out there.
Isn't he supposed to shoot those people or something?
Yeah, he's supposed to shoot them when they walk in. I mean, I feel bad. He's a nice guy, but...
I mean, Bernard Getz Day and all that?
There's a guy waving frantically, a videotape in front of my face.
I had no idea what you were screaming about.
You know, I got a big name like John Phillips. He's going to think this is crazy here.
Yeah, UFOs flying around New York and everything. This guy's got a videotape waving to the window.
What was the guy's name tag say? Did that say Hinckley on there or what?
I don't know.
I don't know what that was.
I think he's having lunch with Liddy.
Well, our win 10 numbers for today are 16, 22, 24, 25, 28, 29, 30, 31, 35, 39, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. No, not 55. Just 54, 56, 60, 60,
damn, I just almost had it.
74,
Yeah.
78,
There it goes.
and 79.
79?
Yeah.
Jesus, I can give up this job. All right, listen, we got to take a break. When we come back, maybe we'll do some music and take some phone calls and stuff.
All right, let's do that.
Because you like that kind of shtick.
I like talking to people.
Okay. And,
As opposed to,
just us.
yeah, just our own closed group here.
Wait a second, your publicist is telling me something. Do me a favor, take off all of your clothing and come over here and sit on my lap. What's her name again?
Marcia.
Marcy. Just come over here, take off your top and... What? What'd you say?
You've got 5 minutes with him. Give it your best shot.
What do you mean? Get out of here, Marcy. Why 5 minutes? Where's he got to go?
Honey, we've got TV this morning.
Who do you got?
Uh-oh.
Who do you have?
You doing Regis?
TV.
Who, Regis? You call that TV? Robin just hit it on the head. It's Regis. Who are you going to this morning?
My friend Regis Philbin.
That's not national.
He speaks highly of you, Howard.
Wait a minute. You call that national television and you call yourself a publicist? Take off your top for me. Really, I swear to God, I want to see you totally nude.
Oh, my gosh, you did it.
Yes.
This girl needs a job.
So what do you call Regis national television? That's a local show. You know how many viewers that guy's got?
What do you call this, network, Howard? Come on.
I'm on in New York and Philadelphia. I got 1.5 million listeners.
If you people could see what he looks like, you would never listen again.
Yo. Thanks.
I mean, this guy is sitting here in this purple jockstrap doing this show.
Come on.
Teasing the whole world.
What time are you going on Regis?
What time, whenever I get there, they start the show.
3.5 minutes, Howard.
You know, so you turned out to be a real bitch. I'm going to come over there and spank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Howard, that's it. I'm taking off my clothes.
You go ahead. Have you made it with her?
That's a threat if I've ever heard one.
Of course, Howard.
You have made it with her.
Of course.
Oh,
A lot of times.
A lot of times. Is he good?
He's great.
How could he not be great? Look at all the practice he's had.
Yeah. Who's number one, him or Robert Chambers?
Oh, there's a dispute on the floor.
Can't believe Robert Chambers getting all this good press.
Number one. Yeah.
It's in the paper. They go, number one in bed. Even though he killed her in Central Park, number one in bed, Jennifer Levin says. You don't give that kind of guy positive publicity. Now everyone, Robin's calling him for days.
Did they release her diary?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Well, not her diary, but
No, one of her friends.
one of her friends
said
said that.
Jennifer said that. The clock almost fell on
You're
him.
doing Regis? That guy's a load. He's an imbecile, that guy. John doesn't have anything in common with a Regis. There's no way. It's horrible, the whole deaf thing. And we can talk about the deaf because they can't hear it. You don't get any letters of complaint. I've never once gotten complaint letters from deaf people.
Really?
That's fabulous. They're the only ones that don't complain. The only ones with senses of humor. It's fabulous.
Incredible.
Yeah, I know. And at Gallaudet, they teach everyone that you don't need to learn to sign because
you should speak.
You should speak.
Yeah.
Well, that's totally outrageous. Regis Smith? Who you calling to speak? No, it's me. It's a very confusing thing. But
First, if you just take a quick look at Wayne,
yes,
you'll look again if you're a
Yeah.
woman because he looks like he could be cute, and then you look at him, he's not.
and you realize how repulsive he is. Well, you know, I had to sit and think about this the other night, Robin.
Mm-hmm.
His wife, Wayne's wife,
Yes.
is very beautiful.
Very lovely woman, yes.
Very lovely woman. I swear, I went over to his house to play cards, and I had never seen
Beautiful.
Barbara Siegel
Yes.
before. Out walked, beautifully manicured, very sexy, nice body. And I said, you know, she's probably looking at me going, oh, God, what I wouldn't do to get a piece of manliness like him in bed with me. I mean, this is my fantasy, if you will, but I got to tell you something, Robin. I wouldn't be surprised if that woman wasn't absolutely sexually frustrated while I was there.
Is that true? Because, you know, I think that she, you know, because I see lots of women who are deluded in this way.
Yes.
You know, they think their husbands are wonderful and they think that every woman should want them.
Yes, but I don't think she does.
I think she does.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, let me say something here. I know for a fact that, I don't know for a fact, but I would guess that Barbara Siegel married Wayne for his money. Because she's
Maybe
much too
that's what
lovely.
she's trying to protect.
Yeah, she's much too
Maybe
lovely.
That's what she thinks everybody wants.
She is much too beautiful. I mean, they have a beautiful house and everything and beautiful children, but...
I'll tell you what happened. One day I had to call them at home.
Yeah.
And she picked up the phone. And I just said, this is a strange woman calling Wayne Siegel.
Yeah.
There was utter silence on the other end of the phone. And I finally said, Barbara, this is Robin.
No, this is the...
She did not like the idea of a strange woman calling her husband.
No, she went into shock. She had been praying to God that a strange woman would call for 3 days. And she couldn't believe her prayers had been answered after all this time.
Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
she told me about that. But anyway, you go to Legend Porsche Audi Saab Sterling and see for yourself. Don't go to see the cars. Go to look at Wayne. And you tell me what you think. Or go to Legend Volkswagen and see something equally as unusual. Michael Siegel. It's incredible.
Is Michael's wife pretty too?
Yes, but a funny thing with Michael's wife, their child is Oriental. But Michael says it was a mix-up at the hospital. They totally love and trust each other, but you go figure it out. Anyway, let us go to our phone now, because on our lines is Susan Bezirkowitz, who swears she must get on today because some film crew is filming her talking to us. But I'm going to inform her that I'm not going to talk to her. Who's filming you?
U68.
Oh, forget.
U68 is the Shoppers Network.
That's right. They do these little vignettes called In Your Interest.
Okay, and you tell them that I don't want to be a part of it.
You don't want to...
At U68, they ruined it with that shopping service.
Yes.
This would be a pretty cool video outlet. Why are they filming Susan?
I have no idea.
No, now she's piqued my interest. Call back, Susan. You know why they're filming her? Because we won't let them film us, so,
They're trying to worm their way in here.
No, she's got my curiosity and I hung up on her.
The Home Shoppers Network does give you an interesting view of life, though.
Yeah.
I must say they've acquainted me with the kinds of people who are running around this country.
Yeah, and it's interesting.
On traffic reporters.
It's interesting. They're doing a piece on traffic reporters.
Yeah. So, while I have you on the phone, Howard, it really has been a very difficult traffic morning. Can I do a couple of stories real quick?
Yeah, you'll get there. Wait a second.
Okay.
It's interesting, too, to see what people buy on that U68. All that crap. Boy, they ought to be, someone ought to take them to court. First of all, you got all that white trash out in Suffolk County watching U68 because they can't afford cable. And then they got all that junk they sell.
Capodimonte, I never heard of that.
Yeah, what is Capodimonte?
It's some kind, all that gaudy knick-knack stuff.
Hummel
people
figurine.
Have, not even Hummels, it's this big vase with a rose on it.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing.
The kind of stuff you see in Jethro Bodine's house.
Yeah, that ornate junk.
What are they charging for that?
I don't know, but they always talk about, you see, this has 2 roses on it.
Hey, this has 2 roses.
And one is the pink and one is the red. So this is a very special piece, a Capodimonte.
Now, y'all get your credit card out. You just tell your mother you got Capodimonte for Mother's Day.
Have you ever bought any of this before?
Well, you going to buy some now. And people do buy it. They love it. I mean, it's the kind of crap you pass by in a store and go, I'm not going to buy that. They have to give it to me. But for some reason, it gets on TV and it all of a sudden
Everybody wants it.
Yeah, it gets important.
Yeah.
And then people call up.
Hey, I don't want to buy nothing. I just want to call and say how pleased I am with my Capodimonte.
Well, let me give you a toot.
Yeah, I'll give you a toot.
Toot, huh?
And what else are they selling on there?
Oh, they have the Capodimonte. Then they have the cubic zirconia.
Yeah, what does that go for, the cubic zirconia rings?
Well, look at this. This is the 9-carat solitaire cubic zirconia for $10.50.
And they sell a lot of them.
Oh, they do.
Lots of lovely sweaters, too.
Hey, why don't you ask those guys why the hell they're ripping everyone off?
I'll let you do that sometime, Howard.
Yeah, let me put the phone next to them.
Hold on. Want to talk to Howard?
No. We're from...
Want to talk to Howard?
We're from...
Want to talk to Howard? He says he'll talk to you later.
Right.
No, he won't. Yeah, later in another lifetime.
In another life, he says.
Susan trying to, cue them in that this is just a joke and we don't really mean it. Please don't stop filming me.
What?
What else do they sell in there? They have these clothes.
They sell a lot of sweaters.
Yeah, sweaters and shawls. They have stopped selling the mink tail coat now.
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
I guess they're into animal rights.
I guess no, they're waiting for the winter to come back again.
Yeah,
they pull that
that's not a big item in the summer. Get that for Grandmama.
Really?
Susan, what about you? Did you ever bob for John Phillips?
No, Howard. Never.
John was singing a song about you earlier. Did you?
Oh, yeah? Which one?
All her underwear is brown.
Oh, no.
And her boyfriend is dull.
Come on.
And her boyfriend is dull. Her chests are long and drawn.
Oh, please, Howard.
Long and drawn. But she can use her skull.
This isn't very good for my television.
Skull.
No.
What?
It's not nice of you. I'm making a television debut. You
We want to see this on U68.
And now for In Your Interest, here's Susan Berserkwitz.
All her underwear is brown, underwear is brown, and her boyfriend is dull, and her boyfriend is dull. Her chests are long and drawn, long and drawn, but she can use her skull. She can use
Are you
her
finished?
I guess we should do it to guitar. They would probably like that better on U68.
Come on. Can I do a little traffic, please?
Yeah.
It's been a terrible morning. They've reopened
So
the
anyway,
Austin Holland Tunnel. It's still...
What do you mean? It's just going to be a piece on you doing traffic?
Yeah. Talking to me and some other people here at Shadow and George Meade.
It doesn't sound like much of a piece, does it?
It's interesting to people to know how the traffic is reported in the city.
Well, sorry, what?
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 I said it's interesting to people to know how traffic is reported in the city.
Now, who can't figure that out?
Well, most people don't.
You
know
look
how
at
it
the
works.
cars and you tell them where they
Oh,
are.
it's not that easy, Robin.
What's the matter with you?
We have it's a great old system here.
It's interesting to see people reporting the traffic.
Just because you don't care.
People wanted to see that. It'd be on TV.
Really?
Traffic reports.
Oh, boy. Anyway, Queens Midtown Tunnel inbound is extremely slow. We had an accident there. I would use the 59th Street Bridge or the Triborough right now. They've reopened the outbound Holland Tunnel, but traffic is still extremely bad at about 20 minutes there. 25 outbound at the Lincoln. Inbound, everything fine with about a 15 to 20 minutes. Spoils your image, but I'm sorry.
All right, then let me ask you something.
Yes.
You probably blacked out this moment, too.
What?
Remember the time you caught me and my two friends dressed in your bras and panties?
Oh,
putting polish on our toenails?
Oh,
now I know he's listening.
I am telling you, he's something else. I mean it, Howard. Come on.
All right, Ma, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do.
All right. Let's hear something
forget
positive. Positive, Howard.
I'm going to sing a song about my past. Everything that ever happened to me.
No. Sing a song that pertains to something very uplifting.
When I was so young, I smoked marijuana. I used to shoplift and keep it from my mama. And I was beaten up by black guys because my parents wanted to put me through trauma. Oh, my mother is dreaming. I think she got a steel plate in her head. All right. Ma.
That's terrible.
I'm telling you, some things happen, but better off you don't know about them. It's just how it happens. I have a radio show.
This is how children grow up. They hide things from their parents.
You never would have known about this stuff if I didn't have a radio
If anybody hid anything, it was not Howard. Robin, this boy could not walk 2 steps without his mom.
All right, Ma.
He's a very good boy.
You go live with your delusions.
Okay, Howard.
I'm not saying I'm not a good boy.
You have to be ashamed of it.
I'm not saying I'm not a good boy, but you got to base up that I did some stupid things in the past. And what I'm saying to parents is be a little tolerant. Sometimes your kids screw up.
Oh, come on.
I was fortunate enough not to have been caught in my shoplifting spree days because my parents would have taken my head off. They really would have.
Well, I'm just wondering now, how can she have the impression that you were always with her if you weren't?
Okay.
Oh, believe me, he was, Robin.
All right, Mommy. You're right. You're always right.
And even your sister discussed it with you, and she said you were always...
Sister, I should tell you what my sister used to do that I happen to know, but she doesn't have the guts to tell you.
You better just speak for yourself.
I'll give you a well, I can't even.
No, you're in the habit of speaking for others.
Well, I'll tell you something. I'm going to keep my mouth shut, but my sister's done plenty.
Good. That's a very positive thing.
All right?
Oh, dear.
All right, I love you.
All right, Howard.
Bad as you think I was, your daughter was twice as bad. That's all I'm going to say.
Now, why are you implicating her?
Howard, you have to say these things, and I don't know why.
You know, we had a canary I lit on fire. My mother doesn't bring that up.
A canary you lit on fire?
One time? Remember? Let me ask you something, Mom.
Please, for goodness sake.
Mommy, remember the time that you and Dad were having sex and you found Tabasco in Dad's condoms? That was me.
Stop it.
I'm happy to say that you were a wonderful child to raise.
All right.
Wish it on everybody.
You wish this on everybody?
I really...
I used to think you were a wonderful person.
Robin.
You wish the incubus on everyone?
He was a very sensitive, loving boy.
I don't know. I just can't put this all together.
And in fact, my neighbor used to say to me all the time, I hope my son, who's a much younger woman and has younger children, she said, I hope my sons grow up to be like Howard.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. That was,
dear.
Really?
That neighbor, by the way, moved into a... You want to know the truth? Now you know everything about me. I smoked marijuana in my bed.
You like to think you...
With you in the house.
But it's the same thing as when you told your father you drank a bottle of scotch, and your father said, okay, let's go have a drink, and you wouldn't even have a drink with
I don't want to drink with my father. I give girls.
Now it's just all phony baloney story.
Especially if you're me. Now, Phil Collins still refuses to use it. We've sent him several letters. And I think it would help his career tremendously. Tell him about Daniel Rogers. When you first started rubbing this stuff on your head, the hairs came in slowly, right?
Yeah, I got plugs were hurting me. I couldn't.
A conscience, and you would never...
I got because I was just bleeding all the time on stage.
Yeah.
And I had to make believe it was an ad lib kind of bleeding, and it was part of the.
Like it was part of the act.
Yeah.
You look like a Barbie doll, in other words.
Yeah.
With the little cornrows.
Yeah, it was bleeding, and I had to always say I was in the middle of a wagon train. The Indians were attacked, so every routine became like a wagon train.
Right, and it's limiting.
Very limiting. So I went to the Rogers Clinic.
Yeah, Daniel Rogers Clinic.
And
You rub this stuff on your head.
Yeah, there's a problem though. It's every 3 to 5 minutes, so it's where you're having lunch, if you're at a funeral.
Everybody else not to believe this. And that's what I have to do right every minute. And when I wanted you to do things independently and shop, you wouldn't do them.
Look, Ma, I'm going to say one thing. I love you.
I love you too, Howard.
I respect you.
You're a good boy, and
I respect you.
A good boy.
I respect you.
And I love you.
I admire you.
I respect
And is that steel plate in your head still picking up radio signals from Uranus?
Wait a minute, Ray. Because I know where parents drop the ball. I know when the kids are doing what they're doing and the parents don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Not with Howard, Robin. As a matter of fact, if you even tried not to know what he was doing, you couldn't.
You deny the fact that I smoke marijuana in my bedroom. And you, in fact, were the one who discovered me in there smoking it.
I deny.
She blocked that all out. She found me. She walked in. She goes, "What's all this?" She goes, "What's all this?" I see. There's smoke in the room. There's no smoke in this room. She said,
I have a werewolf, he's playing basketball, I feel I'm having a breakdown.
That's it.
I can't hear anything with those stupid pencils they stick in your ear.
Oh, yeah. Those headphones.
Well, I'd love to see just any Bergman film on a plane. That's the way to enjoy Cries and Whispers on an airplane.
You just want to jump out one of those little windows.
Yeah.
And those seats and people watching the movie from the very last row. Why they think they're even kidding themselves.
Excuse me
like
for
an
one
aerial
minute.
view of a theater.
Excuse me for 1 second. Hello?
What?
What? What? What? Sound like the mayor.
What? I didn't do anything.
Beth is my good friend.
I still like her. But she doesn't do right in the government. I can't keep her in office.
I suppose there's a little lapse in judgment.
I'm saddened by it.
Davey Rogers. Give them a call, 212-686-5977. All right, 8:30, 92.3 K-Rock at WYSP. Let's get a little serious here. It's been totally frivolous this morning.
Yes, what are we going to get
Totally out of control. There's something I wanted to talk about. Hollywood Squares.
Howdy Doody.
I
was on with Howdy Doody.
You were?
Yeah.
Oh, you did the Howdy Doody. Oh, you were on with Howdy Doody. Oh, that's right.
Hollywood Squares, because, what's his name?
Buffalo Bob.
Buffalo Bob, yes. And Howdy. Do the show. With Clarabelle comes in every once in a while?
Well, I'll tell you the highlight for me during the commercial, Clarabelle. Let's face it, Buffalo Bob's outlived about 20 Clarabelles, so there must be some kind of Clarabelle minor league somewhere. Yeah, right.
They're grooming them all the time.
Bringing them up, So, I guess this Clarabelle was talking to Buffalo Bob, because I was right next to him on the square, right?
Yeah.
And I was on the top. I was thrown up anyway because I was on the top.
Yeah, we were throwing up on Clarabelle's head.
Clarabelle was some kind of, just sort of an angry, he was upset. Hey, when's lunch, Buffalo Bob, huh?
Really?
He would only honk during the show, and then he was in a bad mood. He was in a bad mood, Clarabelle.
All those clowns are depressing.
Well, I was going to say, an angry Clarabelle?
Well, yeah, during the commercials, but but he couldn't honk angry.
But in seriousness, when we took my daughter to the circus, all those clown guys went with or without their makeup, man.
They're miserable?
They're like miserable people. And it's sort of ironic that the people are supposed to cheer you up. And clowns are frightening anyway. We put a big picture of a clown in my daughter's room. She made us take it down because she was scared of it. Because clowns do look scary, man. Most of them, I'm convinced, are mass murderers with makeup.
Well, I don't know what would make you want to get into that makeup.
Yeah, it's just a weird... I mean, go to clown school?
Who was the first clown? Whose idea was that?
What, the clown thing?
Yeah, to put that stuff on your face, paint a frown,
yeah, it's
wear
weird.
big shoes. Who thought of this?
Probably Ed McMahon. But,
now it makes sense.
Yeah. Put on those big shoes.
Yeah, and it's a big yellow outfit with a little big belly button in the middle.
Yeah, that's pretty weird stuff. But,
must have been on drugs.
Those clowns are real upsetting people. I can believe Clarabelle's just a jerk.
Well, this Clarabelle's probably back in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
For being upset on Hollywood Squares. And Howdy Doody was he said, look, those are the things about the show that embarrass me when you have to do something. I try to be alone, all right?
Hey, I'd rather be with Howdy Doody than that Waylon Flowers and Madam.
Not if you saw Howdy Doody's waist, my friend.
Really?
It's about 1.5 inches wide. It looks like he's dying right on the spot there.
Really?
And it's all chipping.
It's sad.
It's sad. Half his leg is falling off, and
he's old.
He should be in puppet hell at this point,
Puppet hell.
Well, the thing that really killed me about the whole thing was that there's more than one Howdy Doody.
There's like 3 of them.
Yeah. Did you
I was with the real McCoy.
That was real. Because one of the stand-ins was
stolen
or something. They took his head or something. They
had like wood shaving, like dandruff from shit.
Oh, so sad.
And his belt, Buffalo Bob, I don't understand this. He knows Howdy Doody for 40 years, so he knows he only weighs about 5 pounds now. Yeah. He has the original Howdy Doody belt on.
And it hangs.
It hangs and it wraps around like a cobra's trying to strangle Howdy. So Howdy's always crying. It's sad.
You know what's funny on Hollywood Squares is Waylon Flower and Madam, speaking of puppet, because Waylon Flowers, he must tell him, look, man, you jerks, when I start talking...
Put the camera on Madam.
Put the thing on the puppet. Because he starts talking and he's moving his mouth. He doesn't even try to be a ventriloquist. He just moves his mouth, which I think is sort of bogus. I mean, at least, shouldn't Waylon Flowers be underneath the desk there and make him believe, Madam is really talking?
Yeah, let Madam do her own thing.
Yeah. He's like a real puppeteer.
Put Madam on a broomstick like the Muppets.
And she just sits there, and the two of them are talking together, and all of a sudden Waylon Flowers looks up at the camera and realizes the camera guy's on him, and he just shuts his mouth, waits for the 2-shot to end, goes on to the 1-shot of Madam, and then he starts talking.
He made his big mistake when he did Solid Gold.
Yeah, that really
because they didn't have, real bright camera people.
Yeah, and you'd see him talking.
Yeah, all the time.
And then all you can think about is, oh my God, look at this guy.
Well, who really, historically, who's been Buffalo Bob, with all due respect, I was sitting next to him, he's just talking like having a conversation. So how are you, kids? How does that be? I said, wait a minute, Buffalo Bob. Yeah, Howdy Doody was like Sybil. He was freaking me out.
Right.
The Muppets, don't they have people hiding, playing gin rummy on a,
That's right. You got to respect a man like that.
I tell you.
A Doody puppet.
You have to, don't you?
Yes, you do.
I respect a kid who works Doody, who was lying on top of the Hollywood Square set.
Oh, God. Really?
Assassin, waiting to gun down people.
They had some guy lying up there?
Lying up there at 3,000 degrees with giant, monster things flying around there. And all he kept saying is, Buffalo Bob, just some water. Buffalo Bob, just some water. Because I heard him, because I was sitting on the top there, throwing up. Hey, I was very bad for the Doody operator.
How lame is John Davidson as the host of that show?
Well, he keeps the show moving, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does. He knows how to keep that thing going.
But he said to me, and I swear, and he meant it, he asked me, are you psychotic or neurotic? I went, hey, does it really matter at this point? I'm sitting next to Howdy Doody, and I just pray that when they pick a celebrity to go there, that they give away cars, so if I have to stand next to someone and be a good luck contestant, it's pretty much all over for me.
It is.
So I duck if they have a shot of the squares when they choose. I'm always under the table. 9
times out of 10 it's Charo, or a good-looking woman who's the good luck contestant on Hollywood Squares.
Yeah, they always get to help the person try the key.
Yeah.
I think I'll go with that hunched-over Jew, Trey. What are they going to win? They bring me up there. They'll win a Danish and a wagon.
A lucky hunched-over Jew. I like that.
That's why they never pick me.
Let me rub your hump.
Yeah. Let me rub your horns. Because most of the contestants were in the Midwest anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I saw Charo put on a good move. She was the lucky contestant. The lucky celebrity.
Right.
Charo was wearing a real short dress, and she couldn't lean up against the car, but she wanted to really hike the dress up so that her thigh was showing. So she stood midair like a flamingo and put one knee. Were you on that one?
No, but I'm visualizing.
She put the knee up in midair like she was leaning against the car, but she wasn't, and her thigh was sticking out, and she was leaning backwards in midair just so her thighs could show.
Oh, goodness.
And she's so well-trained. She's incredibly well-trained to do that. And they say she's like a world-class guitarist.
Yeah, she doesn't have to do this.
Yeah.
A world-class guitarist?
Yeah, she's a world-class classical guitarist. That's what they said. I'm not kidding.
Well, I've always heard do one song on the last 15 years. It's always like the flight of the honeybee or something. So who knows what? Yeah. Maybe it's some guy wanting back doing a midget.
Oh, man. What do we want to do here? You want to take a phone call? I haven't done much news because there's really nothing in the news except for Gary Hart.
Come on, Gary Hart, another woman has come out of the woodwork.
Let me just say that there's a picture of Gary Hart's Donna Rice.
Yeah, every day there's a new picture of Donna Rice. This one is the funniest of all.
She's in a bikini, Page 3 of your post, if you're following along at home.
Well, I like even the post caption for this one. Do you see this?
Just the tip of the iceberg?
Yeah, and they have her bent over with her back facing the camera.
Yeah, well, the post really sucks because they always have like a little cutesy headline.
Yeah.
Even for sad stories.
Yeah.
A woman wrote in today to the post and said, hey, man, enough with your cute headlines. You were talking about, like, people killing cats for research.
Uh-huh.
And they came up with, like, this really, they're talking about people killing cats for research. And the headline was, Cat Lovers Claws for Concern. CLAWS. The woman
they have people who sit in a room, actually, and they get the stories, and their job is to come up with the headline.
But this Donna Rice is so nice, man. Richard, you must get girls like this being a comedian.
Well, they say that she did this for PR, right? You're going to just run right to Joseph Papp. Hey, look at the picture. Can I do Othello?
Yeah.
What kind of PR?
She is, like, bent over in a bikini with her buttocks.
Looking over her shoulder,
yeah. She's looking over her shoulder. Her buttocks is sticking right into your face. And her legs are so long and thin. Oh, how old is she?
29 now.
Easy, Richard. You get girls like this, though. I can tell.
Only on major Jewish holidays.
Yes. Good-looking guy. He's got money. He's got...
After a day of prayer, I guess. Like this, after a day of prayer.
Alan Arkin seems like a real load. Is he tough to work with?
It was great to work with.
Really?
The show was tough to be on.
Yeah.
It was like a dichotomy. Working with Alan Arkin, and the show went to a sitcom Beneath the Valley of Doom.
Yeah, well, you know what happens. It's you say to yourself, hey, Alan Arkin, man, a great actor. They got to give him a good script. They've got to.
Doesn't always work that way.
Sure doesn't.
I thought you did a good job. No, really. I'm not just saying that because
you're here. I came in on every 20 minutes. I'd come in, I had bad posture, and I'd weep and I'd leave.
Right.
I was on like a weep tram. Yeah. I just came around like a shooting. It was a shooting gallery. That's all. There was some times when I didn't even know what was going on in the show. Because I never talked to another actor on the show. I never looked in someone's eyes. They'd be talking about, there could be a death in the family. They could be talking about what pastrami sandwich. I'd come in, I don't feel good. I'm sorry, and I saw my cousin Shirley, and I go on the tram again.
And the tram is still whirling around.
I'm whirling around.
Yeah.
So I just came in like twice every half hour. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but come on, isn't it nice working in a sitcom where you don't have to think up any of the lines? You just have some writer sitting there writing everything down for you, even if it is idiotic stuff.
It's great to show up on Monday, and then they say action, and there's real people watching you, and you want to run and high like a mole.
That's all.
Did you shoot it in front of a live audience?
Away until they started heckling. So the show.
Get up!
It was the first instance of people throwing rocks at a cast. It's true. There was because one show. Look, I loved working with in fact, I love working with all casts, but it was disappointing that the show never found itself.
Yeah.
And but we did one show. It lasted a long time, like 5 hours. And there was a couple of people. Now there's people called warm-ups. Where they have to warm up studio audiences.
Right.
One of the toughest gigs in American history, to keep an audience occupied for 5 hours.
Yeah.
This guy he never knew. He knew a doll's house. He was doing Ibsen. It was like, it was frightening. People were trying to leap off the balcony, get out. Someone threw a rubber dagger past my nose in the scene. We tried to write it in like it was really part of the show.
Oh, man.
It was really, but hey, I'm moving on to King of the Building.
Yeah.
I feel so bad now.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about being in radio now.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little better about myself.
Oh, boy.
But
I don't know how Gary Hart could. I mean, he really was trying to ruin his own political career because apparently he had this long-term relationship with this woman in Washington, and he just recently started seeing her again.
Yeah, he has a death... I've heard that's a hip thing to say about Gary Hart now. He has a death wish.
Yeah.
A death wish.
But the other thing I like about these guys is as soon as the heat gets too hot in the kitchen, where do they go? I want to go home, he says.
Yeah, well, hey. He's got to take that ugly wife up to that cabin and convince her that he's still sexually interested in her.
Is that what he's doing right now?
Right now, he's laying in bed next to that old bat, looking at pictures of Donna Rice and saying, oh, man, I got to convince her I still want her.
Yeah.
He has to take her up to the most remote cabin in the world.
He's up in the hills of Denver.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe if I just lock myself up from all other women, there's no possibility. It's almost like being deserted on an island. Then he'll make love to his wife. I'll make it so like no man or woman would ever come up here.
This is the last woman on earth.
Yeah, it takes you to a nice cabin. Meanwhile, 3 weeks ago, he was in Bimini on the monkey business boat with Donna Rice, man, and he's got to go back and snaggle puss this old hag. Oh, man.
Hey,
oh, what a come down.
But somebody's got to do it.
I mean, he fantasizes his wife as a grizzly bear, this guy. Oh, look at this. Oh, the poor guy.
Poor guy.
Well, this Donna Rice would be quite a first lady, let's face it. Huh?
Oh, yes. You bet.
Wow.
I don't think she'd be too concerned about the China pattern. Do you?
No. Look at that bikini. It's barely covering anything.
She would redecorate the whole White House. It's mind-boggling what that White House would be in.
It would look like Graceland.
No, it looked like Barbie's dream house.
Yeah.
What it looked like.
Hey, wait a
Pink
second.
and white.
You know, we're having a lot of fun here, and everyone's forgetting about the commercials.
Uh-oh.
And why don't we stop? Richard Lewis, by the way, is here, and he will be on, Saturday night, Valley Forge, 8 o'clock.
All right.
For our Philadelphia friends. And Sunday night, Westbury Music Fair at 7 o'clock. One show only. He's appearing with Steve Landsberg. It's going to be a good time. Make sure you go. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, I'm John.
All right, Plaza Honda. Plaza Honda Motorcycles. On Nostrand Avenue near Kings Highway. God, I love it. So you're not like Jay Leno driving motorcycles. I thought Letterman had a Jones for motorcycle drivers or something.
He does. He has millions of them.
Yeah?
I should just drive an ambulance.
So you guys aren't all pals, huh? No. I think that you, Letterman, and Leno were all hanging out together in these comedy clubs and getting real tight. That's the impression Letterman's given, anyway.
It only happened once in 500 years. Ocean's 11, that one movie. Everyone thinks that people hang out together.
Yeah, right. What do you call it? Steve Rossi's on the hotline.
Oh, no. Really?
Yeah, I don't know what he wants.
Maybe that's who Richard hangs out with.
Yeah, Richard does, actually. He's hung out with him also.
I'd hang out with anyone at this point.
Yeah. Anyone who can help, right? That's how I look at it.
That's it.
One of the leading... He's not on there yet, is he? Oh. I'm going to call him Baby before he calls me Baby. Baby!
Hey, baby, how you feeling? I've been told I just left Sinatra.
You just left Sinatra?
Just left Sinatra.
And I was with Hart in Bimini.
Hart in Bimini, yeah?
Oh, boy, you know, we had such a time there, and we had to stay over because we couldn't clear customs. I got to tell you, and, you know, they asked him when the press was there, when I was there, and they asked him if he was really, doing anything immoral. He said, no. He said, if you don't believe me, you can ask my girlfriend, which I thought, very honestly.
You're beautiful. I swear to God, you're beautiful.
The most beautiful.
I'm so happy to be back in the big city because, as you know, I'll be headlining all over the city here in some of the major clubs.
Yeah.
And,
yes, it's all happening.
Name a few of those clubs.
Yeah, name that. What is it? Giggles?
Mostly restaurants. Mostly restaurants. Coffee
You're doing a
shops.
stage deli.
Steve Rossi has a weird career at this point. He says to me, hey, when we're coming to play, I want you and your lovely wife to come and watch us. I go, where are you going to be? And like La Camilla restaurant.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, well,
He's just working a table. He's not even doing the whole restaurant.
Yeah, right.
I'm the singing maitre d' there.
Really? What do you, what is that deal? How much could you make playing in a restaurant?
In the Italian place, La Maginot?
Yeah.
A lousy $6,000 for the night.
Oh, terrible.
Hey, what the hell? Now
Yeah, he's like a greeter now. He's doing the George Raft thing, I think.
Oh, I'm going to be doing that pretty soon in Atlantic City.
Tell them about the matinee at the Carnegie Deli.
Oh, are you kidding? That's my favorite. And we don't even... The sandwiches, a few sandwiches.
Steve, do you have any motorcycles?
Are you kidding? I have 2 Hondas.
Oh, really? Because we have Plaza Honda Motorcycle. Let me just read this and I'll get back to you. Honda Motorcycle. Plaza Honda Motorcycle, one of the leading motorcycle centers on the East Coast, announces a 10th anniversary celebration with Honda Rocket rebates up to $1,000 with Plaza's additional incentive rebates up to $1,300. And you can apply these dramatic savings directly to your purchase price, including Honda Aspencade 700 and 1100 Shadows, Rebels, VS1000 Interceptors, Hurricanes, even the exciting TRX four-wheelers. You hear how I sound like I'm talking through a tunnel?
What is that?
It's the telephone.
Is that fantastic?
Modern technology.
It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I have one of those Honda motor scooters as well. They make great motor scooters as well as motorcycles.
One of the three-wheelers?
Yeah, and I just found out what PTL stands for.
What's that?
Hey, the lady.
Okay. All right. Super.
I just thought I'd throw it for you.
Steve, just calm down, all right?
Richard there?
Yeah, Richard's here.
I love Richard. He's one of the funniest guys in the world.
Yeah, right. That's what you tell everybody, though.
Huh?
That's what you tell everybody.
Well, what else am I going to say? The guy is there.
Yeah, but you said it to Frederick March. You said it to a number of funny men.
That's right. I was just telling Richard how you're going to be on our TV show.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Richard, we did a show together with Letterman. Remember, Richard? A long time ago, a game show that Letterman was...
I do remember that, and you did that PTL line then. I'll tell you right now. The show never went. The show went into the toilet, and the whole studio just sort of imploded.
Yes.
It was like the end of Poltergeist 9. It was a sad, sad television moment when you did that PTL line.
Oh, my goodness. I know. It got real quiet over there.
Hey, Steve, how about mellowing out for a minute so we can finish this commercial?
We're doing a commercial, Steve.
Yes, Steve. No one's interested in you networking yourself with Richard Lewis. Prices start at an unbelievable $495, 5.9 financing on many selected models, low-cost in-house insurance available, and license plates secured usually in one day. Plaza Honda Motorcycles, 2743 Nostrand Avenue near Kings Highway in Brooklyn. Call 718-253-4000. That's 718-253-4000. Plaza, the most accommodating dealer in town. 718-253-4000. Okay, my dude friend.
Listen, I'll be seeing you on Monday, hopefully.
Yeah, we're shooting the beginning of the television show on Monday.
Right, so I'll be seeing you in the morning. I'll give you a buzz.
Good, good. I understand you're in town for the duration.
Super, Brown. Super.
Dude.
How's Frank's colostomy bag?
It's working beautifully.
Did you have to change it for Frank, or is he doing that himself these days?
He changes once a week now. It's very great.
Does he have a gauge on that when it goes from empty to full?
Yeah, it's in the middle of his head. Looks like an Indian guy with a dot. Fuller still.
On Monday.
What are you doing today? What are you doing this weekend?
This weekend I'm working up at Kutcher's.
Super.
He's in the kitchen, though.
You doing that lifeguarding thing?
He's in the kitchen.
The Firefighting Association. We're doing a little show up there for him.
With Marty?
Yeah, with Marty.
And Marty's wife?
Marty's a clown.
Marty's got a new wife, and they put Marty's wife in the act to sing. They didn't even let my man Steve sing anymore. Hey, did you tell Marty you're going to be on our TV show?
No, I haven't told him. I don't think he's ready for that.
This is a good career move for you. I think you could stick this to Marty now. Hey, Marty, man, I don't need you. I don't need your ass. I got a regular television deal.
I want you to do that on the first show, because we got to let him know where he stands. It's always been the comic that gets all of the favoritism, on the comedy team. I think it's time for the straight man to go out there and really do his number.
All right, man.
I'll talk to you Monday, babe.
Super.
Take care.
Super.
Right.
I mean that, man. Super.
And Robin.
Bye-bye,
Bye-bye.
Steve.
Bye-bye.
Steve called me at home the other night and goes, "Hey, man, I was just talking to Eddie Murphy, and, what do you mean you were talking to Eddie Murphy?" Turns out he walked into a restaurant. Eddie Murphy was sitting there with all his people, and
Steve said, "Hi, Eddie."
Yeah, and sat down at Eddie's table and actually sat there and ate dessert with Eddie Murphy, and they must have been freaking. Can you imagine the scene? Steve Rossi sits down, and, Eddie's, sitting there watching Steve sit down to eat. He goes, "Oh, no. Yeah, Eddie told me. King Broder, he didn't pay him. Paramount paid him." Yeah, right. Eddie taking a tete-a-tete with Steve Rossi.
With that alpaca sweater, let's face it.
Exactly. Beautiful.
But wait a minute. They have a list of people that Donna Rice has partied with in the Daily News.
Oh, man, is she nice.
She's been with the likes of Adnan Khashoggi.
Hey, who hasn't been? Mary Hart.
I haven't. What are you talking about?
But Adnan Khashoggi is pretty smart, though. He doesn't... Hold on a second. Who is this? He's a pretty smart character.
Why do you say that?
Well, he's got Mary Hart.
No, that's his son. You keep getting him confused with his son.
Well, his son's a regular Tukey bandit also, huh?
Yeah, well, the son had Brooke Shields, I think. And now he switched over to Mary Hart.
I read Brooke Shields is graduating.
Mm-hmm.
She's got her degree in French literature. I think that was a worthwhile 4 years at Princeton.
I'm sure she's going to use it, too.
Yeah. In fact, the New York Times had a French literature ad. Somebody was looking for
In
one.
fact, she's being recruited by those big firms.
Yeah.
Those French literature firms.
Yeah, the Fortune 500 French literature firms. Robert Half is looking for her. Secretaries were after Brooke Shields with that degree.
Anyway, she networked herself somehow or other. She went to the Super Bowl last year. and networked herself into one of the parties after, and was partying with the likes of a Tom Cruise and an Emilio Estevez.
And the Giants.
And the Giants, of course, yeah. But she just seemed to be one of those little girls who sort of wound up at all the best parties.
Well, no kidding.
Also, sort of hung out with Prince Albert of Monaco and rock star Don Henley. So,
she's beautiful.
Now all of her friends who were like, oh, Donna's a real nice girl and she's a Phi Beta Kappa, now they're saying, she always knew what she wanted and she knew how to get it.
Yeah.
So, she certainly got Gary Hart in a mess of trouble, I'll tell you that.
Phi Beta Kappa from Ralph's Beauty School.
That's what I say.
But won't they find stuff on absolutely everybody before the election? It'll be down to like Sid Caesar will be running. President Caesar.
He'll have the cleanest the cleanest record, Sid Caesar.
Sid, who's going to be left? We're all disgusting.
That's it.
Aren't we? No, let's face it, huh?
Yeah. I mean, Donahue actually found people in his audience yesterday willing to forgive Gary Hart.
Well, this is the funny thing about the polls that I noticed. Gary Hart has plummeted in the polls, but people are upset with the press for telling them that he was running around on his wife.
Sort of weird.
You know, they think the press was wrong, but they're also not going to vote for Gary Hart either.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you the truth. This is probably good for him because I don't think anyone was going to vote for him anyway.
No, he wasn't going to win this election. But today is the day he's supposed to come out and have a speech. He's going to announce that he's dropping his campaign for the presidency.
Gary, I got to admit, had a good connection.
Gary was right on.
Gary's friend works for Hart or something, and he called her yesterday morning, and like she gave him the whole scoop.
Yeah,
she big meeting going on.
Big meeting. He'd be going home, and that you'd shortly hear that he was dropping out of the race. Because the man can't raise any more money now. Nobody's going to give him money for this fiasco.
It's actually quite shocking, all of this. Not that Gary Hart's resigning, but that Gary actually had information.
Gary has a friend who has some information. That's what's shocking.
I mean, Gary has a friend who doesn't drive an ice cream truck and actually has a responsible job. It's incredible.
Yeah, but this whole aid thing is really getting out of hand. Now it is attacking Congress.
Yeah.
This Representative Stuart McKinney of Connecticut.
Hey, Richard, you better be careful. Seriously.
I've never been worried. I've literally have always immersed myself in hot oils before.
No, come on, really, because it's not just a homosexual disease, it's heterosexual. Man.
I know.
That's right.
I know. So I'll worry about something else. I wear like three-piece Trojans.
Yeah, three-piece Ramses.
He wears the Mentors with that little thing it comes in. You know, that plastic tube.
I look like an alien when I walk in the bed. Really, I just look like I just came out of the ground. I've never touched any skin in my life.
Exactly.
It's really safe. Yeah. When I shake hands, I wear the white gloves.
So wouldn't you? Loving a hefty bag.
Like when you're with a woman for the first time now.
First time?
Yeah, I'm saying like for the first time.
It doesn't matter. First of all.
Yeah.
Do you still want sex on a first date?
Take it in the car.
Yeah.
I need time to put on that outfit. I need to put on the Trojan
suit.
You
have to know before you leave
with
home.
With the Trojan beret?
No, but seriously, when you're with like a girl now, a lady, when you're with a lady friend, don't you, look, you like, I know a single guy who like examines the women. He does like a little gynecological thing. You know, visual observation.
That doesn't help.
My bedroom looks like the rap party at the show Medic.
Really?
Stop.
I have more exams. There's a battery of doctors there.
Slides all over.
I ask this questionnaires. I'm so paranoid.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable that I can even make out at this point.
No, but I know a guy who actually has a flashlight and examines the girls before he does anything. He really does.
And the most
amazing
thing about that guy is that he's having sex at all.
Yeah.
And that these women let him examine them.
Yeah.
It's incredible to me.
Well, I would make
them myself. I would say after I make love now over 155 times a day, I go and look at myself. God forbid, something big will happen and something.
At this point, foreplay is taking the bacteria culture.
That's right. Drop the old slide and do a smear.
A little smear. Come on, honey, let's get into it. Let's smear.
Now let's go over to the microscope. That really turns you on.
Why don't we take a break?
Well, I haven't even finished the sentence, Howard.
Okay, go ahead.
First congressman to die of AIDS. You don't cut that off in mid-sentence.
You're right.
I'm telling you. And he asked his doctor to publicize the results of his AIDS test after his death because he wanted to help others.
He had a heart operation.
Well, 7 years ago or something.
Yeah.
He had a couple of heart attacks, wound up having bypass surgery, and he had blood transfusions at the time.
But you're saying there was a question that he might have been a homosexual?
In the Washington Post today, there were some accounts that he had been seen at some of the gay clubs.
Good. That makes me feel better because I was like, oh, man, that's terrible. The guy goes in for a heart operation. I mean, he didn't even get to do any bone smuggling. And here he... No, really. I mean...
Oh, boy.
Terrible.
We don't know that happened. I mean, the man just was... He might have been thirsty. You know, that was the only place to get a drink.
That's right.
You never know. I'm just saying somebody said they saw him at one of these clubs. You never know what that means.
Nah, it sounds like a case of rump wrangling to me, quite frankly. Sounds like that, but I can't be sure.
Meanwhile, it's really getting out of hand. They have a report. Listen to this. Now, 20,000 people have died of this disease so far since 1981 in this country. It's getting serious here. We got to find a cure. What are we going to do?
We're going to, on weekends, instead of working on the TV show, we're going to go down to my basement and work on a damn cure, Robin.
All right.
That's what we're going to do.
Because this is ridiculous.
I don't know what you're doing your time, Richard, but really you should work on a cure for...
All of us.
AIDS.
So heterosexual, now you use a Q-tip. It came from Libya. A zebra dropped dead 5 years ago. We can't use it. You know, everything's cardigans.
That's right.
That PTL joke that Rossi said.
That's it.
People are dropping like flies all over the country just hearing that. Look at this, on page 12. Rossi ad-libs PTL joke. 4 people kill themselves in Delhi.
Hey, I'll tell you something about this AIDS. It came from Africa, as you all know. And I've explained the whole theory of how AIDS got started. Haven't I?
I'm not laughing at that. I was laughing at something somebody said the other day.
What?
Somebody was talking about, you know, this whole thing. You get AIDS by exchanging bodily fluids.
Yeah.
Here, have some of my pus. What is that? Oh, my God.
What the hell is she talking about in it?
It's a bodily fluid.
Send you back to bed in a minute. Disgusting.
We'll be back with brunch talk right after this.
Yeah. Get a little sick. Hey, listen, why don't we take a break?
Don't ask me what runs through my head then.
Why don't we take a break, and then we'll come right back.
Key Ford, the only Ford dealer on Westchester Avenue in White Plains. Ralph the manager speaking. Mr. Key, ain't he? Oh, hello, Mr. Key. Right. Goodbye, Mr. Key.
Great sounds. Why don't you go over there and harpoon yourself a stereo or a tape deck or something. Great Sounds. We really do our shopping at Great Sounds. I got my CD player from Great Sounds. It's beautiful. The portable one? Excellent. I love it. You go to Great Sounds and you'll get, well, they're innovators. They have the Maxell T120s for only $3.49. And they've got, also don't miss your favorite movies and baseball games throughout the summer. Tape them on Maxell. Record a call phone answering machines. Model 2000 beeperless remote with dual cassettes, only $59. Treat yourself to a great bargain. A Casio pocket-sized black and white TV for only $49. I know Big Al. I know the kind of man he is. He's a good dude. And you're going to recognize him as soon as you walk in. You'll recognize Big Al. He's the man with the great prices and the big blowhole on the top of his head. So when you go to Great Sound, say these words. Hey, Tanky, put down the Twinkies and sell me some videotapes, you wide load. Where are they? They're at 45 Warren Street in the Wall Street area or at the new mall at Forum Paramus, New Jersey. They're impossible to start.
How you doing? Hello?
I'm doing fine. Come on. Get on with it.
Is that all you wanted to know?
How could this guy call and then like I have nothing to say? I don't understand that. How could you have nothing to say?
I don't know. I'm shy.
Idiot. Numbskull. What kind of idiot sits there and dials and finally gets through and has nothing to say? You're on the air. You're on the air. Another idiot.
Well, the phones are going well this morning.
You're on the air.
Yeah, Howard.
Yes.
I want to know how you got your job.
How I got it?
Yeah. How do I get one?
I guess this guy doesn't think much of what we're doing here.
No, I think you're great.
And you just think you can get on and do this?
Probably.
Well, there's a lot of guys trying, but they don't seem to be too successful.
Oh, yeah?
Because they're obnoxious. I think they're obnoxious.
Nah.
Is your brain on that Nutrisystem weight loss program?
No,
I'm shrinking.
Weight.
You're gaining weight in your brain?
Now, just what makes him think he can do this?
There's no way you could handle this.
Why not?
Because you sound dopey.
Huh?
You sound dopey.
I sound dopey?
Yeah.
If I sound dopey, what do you sound?
How do you get that job? How do you get that job? How do you get that job? What kind of thing is that? What kind of way is that to talk? I mean, the only thing you're fit for is to be a VJ on MTV.
Yeah.
It's about the only thing you're qualified.
Yeah, well, check this out.
There you go.
Well, he hangs up pretty well.
Doc, you can do that.
He's got that down.
Yeah, but a lot of guys do that. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, can I speak to Howard?
You know, I'm starting to think that's... Yeah, sure, you're on the air. Hold on one second, though. You know, I'm starting to think that... You know how Steve Allen's always saying he was the innovator of television and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to think that it couldn't possibly be true.
Why do you say that?
I heard his radio show on Saturday. I was just driving in my car. You know, I go up and down the dial, and I tune it in. I didn't even know he was on.
I didn't know he was on Saturday.
Me neither. So I tune it in, and you know what he was doing again? He has people call up and audition for him, like do a talent search thing. And he sits there and laughs at all these morons that call in who have no talent. There's no way that, I mean, well, okay, I can understand him not caring about his radio job. He's like 70 years old, and quite frankly, I know he's just doing it so he can get a couple extra bucks and satisfy his ego so he looks like he's doing something.
I was going to say, you don't think he needs money.
Yeah, I don't think he needs money, but I think for his ego, he needs the stroke, you know what I mean? When he goes home to Jane Meadows every night, he wants to feel full of himself. Yeah, I did the radio show. I wrote 5 songs, wrote a couple of bits, innovated a few things, invented something called a flamelch. What's a flamelch? It's a new thing. I can't even tell you what it is. I invented like a regular Play-Doh. I painted a few pictures. I like to throw the radio show in on that resume. But there's no way the man could have been an innovator. I hear what he's doing. It's just no way he could have been an innovator.
Well, don't you think? Now, you know, this is just a theory I have.
Yeah.
That after a certain point in time, you know, it's just like an athlete.
Yeah.
You lose your skill.
Yeah, I guess that's going to happen.
He may have been able to innovate at one time, but all he can do now is the same stuff he's done.
Yeah, you might have a point.
That's what I think's going on.
A talent thing. I mean, every radio guy I know, there's a talent search. Wants to impress people. This one, you should gag Jane Meadows, tie her up, throw her in a closet somewhere. God, Tammy Faye Baker laughs at her makeup. Yes, what can I do for you, ma'am?
How you doing, Howard?
Pretty good.
Robin.
Hi.
Fine. How are you?
Speaking of talent, what's Soupy Sales doing these days? He was on the Morning Zoo last week.
Yeah, someone sent me a tape of that. That was pretty lame. Why would you know?
He was on the Morning Zoo?
He was on the Philadelphia Morning Zoo.
Oh.
And they were interviewing him, and you know how Soupy rambles?
Yeah.
Well, Soupy started rambling on that show. He was like, and he started telling a story about the time the kids all sent in the $1 bill.
Oh, boy. Have we heard that one too many times?
And he drags it out for an hour.
And so, you know, so it was kind of wild. Channel 5, they suspended me because I didn't know I was going to get in. I did it quite innocently.
And it was like Soupy droning around. Why would you put him on? If he couldn't get any ratings on his own show, why would you put him on another show?
What was he hawking something? Is he doing a showdown?
I think he was doing a club date or something.
Well, the Morning Zoo can't get anybody else on the radio station because they won't have anybody on your show.
Yeah, so that ruined their little guest bit.
Yeah, the only guy they're allowed to have on is Soupy Sales because we won't have him on our show.
That's right.
He doesn't know what she's doing. That's a scam. You know, hey, you can't fool me. I'm media savvy. That's right. Morley Safer. What IQ test did you give him?
Oh, boy.
Dan Rather's another guy's a
Where
big dope.
Where did they get Morley Safer? I never saw him before he started doing
He's a nobody.
At least the others I knew. Harry Reasoner.
He looks good. He looks good. He looks like he knows something. And he's the worst of them all. They give him all the fluff pieces. If Morley Safer comes to interview you, do the interview. It's Mike Wallace, and look out.
You think he's handsome? Because I always thought he looked bad but felt good.
Oh, Morley? No, I don't think he's handsome. I think he looks good. You know, he looks the image, the 60 Minutes look. Oh, he looks like death warmed over. He don't look good. I mean, he looks bad and he feels good. You know what he is. But any of those people, I don't have any respect for them. The only person I respect
Mike Wallace.
are myself and Gandhi.
What about Mike Wallace?
Because Gandhi could really take an enema. Mike Wallace, he can't take an enema. Why mention him? Well, Mike Wallace is just he's like one of these guys. He's a shock jock. He's one of these guys that goes in and just shocks you by surprising you with a couple of questions that his producers wrote for him.
Oh, yeah.
He's a shock jock. That's all he is.
All right.
He's no good, and none of them are any good. They're producers now. They're smart. They're a bunch of bright kids out of college making $40,000 a year, and they're the ones who should really be getting all the credit for that show. Unlike our show, where we actually do all our own material. Yeah. Thank you. Once again, proving that we're more happening than anyone else. Once in a while, you got to toot your own horn. No one else will do it for you. Notice it always comes back to us and the great job we're doing. Yeah, we were real brilliant on television. That career lasted long.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah.
We'll get another chance.
We actually were brilliant.
It's not our time yet. I told you, we're ahead of our time. They have to catch up with us. And why do I sound so strange?
Because we're on the telephones that work perfect. That's why engineers go on strike. They deserve more money. Because the phones sound so good. Cash they want, too.
Well, this is different than it's ever sounded before.
Yeah, well, it always sounds different every day.
Who are we calling? Letterman?
Letterman. I got Dave's inside line I'm ringing right now.
He's not going to be there.
All right, let me call his. I got 12 lines. I got Bob Morton, the segment producer.
I don't think he's there anymore.
Oh, that's right. He got his own job being the executive producer of...
What?
Max Headroom.
That's right.
For Cinemax. Oh, boy.
He's not even with the ABC, Max Headroom?
No. And in fact, I said to him, hey, congratulations on that special for ABC. And he goes, oh, no, I'm not involved in that one. I'm on the Cinemax one. I go, oh, good career move, leaving Letterman for that.
Oh, I thought he was on ABC.
Yeah.
Oh,
but actually, if you get a series on Cinemax, it doesn't even matter if you get ratings or not, so it's real cool. You can get signed up for like 3 to 5 years. Like Gary Shandling.
Yeah.
They gave him a 3-year pact. They're just happy somebody's writing about that show. Who do you know as Cinemax?
I don't know anybody who sees it.
Yeah. Nobody has Cinemax. So would you like the rainbow package for $57 a month? And you get Cinemax. Okay, I'll pass. What's on there? The Gary Shandling Show. Oh, I got to sign up. A sitcom? How often do you run that? Every hour? Yeah, great. You subscribe to Cinemax for $57 a month. And what do you get? The Gary Shandling Show every hour and a half. And on the off hour, they show you the Gary Shandling promo, the making of the Gary Shandling Show. There's a worthwhile package. I'm sorry.
I think he's got himself talked out of Rainbow again.
Yeah. I'm sure I've sort of run the gamut on that one. Yeah, I can afford the $57, but in principle, I'm not going to support the Gary Shandling project. Of course, unless they put me on the channel, and I'll subscribe to it. Let's see. But it's really cool because everyone I know who's got shows there, they get 3-year deals. Because it's like, they're just happy to fill up hours.
Yeah.
And the critics like it, so why not?
Yeah, they get a lot of good press.
Oh, yeah. No money, but press. Because, quite frankly, how does Cinemax make money unless people subscribe to it, right? I mean, that's it. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. And since most people, even people like you who can afford it...
Yeah, it won't. And I'm someone in the media who should really have it. So I could talk about it, but I still refuse to get it.
This I find amazing. What number are we calling?
Hey, look at this. Letterman's agent has a 1-900 number.
Whoa. Now, there's a happening agent.
Oh, no, excuse me. That's the 1-900 number for Dave's Bits when he has people phone in.
Oh.
His agent has a 212 number.
Take this explosion and about 28,000 more like it.
Children, what a sick guy.
Well, another 2020 note. John Stossel got $425,000 from that suit he had against the wrestler who boxed his ears.
Oh, yeah? The wrestler had $425,000 to pay?
I don't know how he's going to collect it, but he won $425,000.
I think a wrestler has that kind of money. Yeah, John Stossel got hit in the head by a wrestler.
Oh, he hit him on both sides of the head, remember that?
He boxed his ears. Hello, Siobhan. Oh, man. What?
I missed you.
What is this head action of...
So why is your head shaking? Is that what the female hormones do to you?
No, that's what my kids do to me.
Your head is shaking like Katharine Hepburn.
Really?
Yeah, it's been watching them run around me all day.
What, you got the kids for the mandatory 2 weeks in the summer?
It's 1 week, and it's like I have to fight like crazy to get
Look at your nails. You painted his nails
Let me
today.
see.
And he's got those big manly hands.
Let me hold your hands up. Oh, isn't that cute?
I'm going to throw up. I see this guy, I want to throw up. I swear, you really make me nauseous.
Good, Howard.
I heard you tried to get it on with Gary.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
You've gotten over that?
He was like hanging on the ceiling trying to get.
What are you wearing, a sundress?
Huh? It's just a top and a skirt.
He's wearing like one of those, like those T-shirts.
Tank T-shirt.
Tank T-shirt with those little breasts.
Yeah, but they're my own.
Yeah. Are you going to get the... Wait a second. I swear I'm going to throw up. I'm going to throw up from him.
I like this.
You know what it is?
I can see
you also
him
wear some
the whole
kind of
time.
disgusting perfume.
Huh?
What is it? You have a smell on you. I mean, I can vomit when I see you.
Good.
What is it you wear? It's like a soap. What are you like one of those freaks that has to disinfect himself and stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you?
Yeah. I sweat a whole lot.
Are you like a disinfectant freak?
Huh?
Like you worry about germs and stuff?
No, not real.
Oh, man.
So what is she wearing?
A real attractive work shirt, like a lumberjack shirt over a tank top. And what are you wearing, a dress?
Yeah.
Oh, he wears that real long skirt?
Oh, yeah, to keep the people from
Let me see
seeing
what you're wearing
those
your
legs.
legs. Let me see your legs.
Oh! Get me, son.
Oh. No, I avoid it at all costs.
Oh, man. Don't lift up your dress. It's like a big guy with no hair on his legs.
Wait till you see me in a bathing suit, Howard.
But you have a smell on.
What does she smell like?
Every time I see her, the reason I'm going to gag, I think part of it is because it's a man in a dress and it makes me nauseous. And it's not even that you're in a dress. Have you gotten your genitals removed yet?
No, it's kidding. It takes a lot of money to do that.
It takes $10 grand, boy. You must make a lot of money. You can't put together $10 grand
to
become a woman?
No, not
you
yet.
can't put together $10 grand. You can't get like 2 jobs. Man, what is your job again?
Huh? Well, it was like art director.
Oh, but you're not even doing that anymore.
No.
So what are you living on? Welfare?
Huh? No, I'm going to a different job.
Oh, you are? You have a different job?
Yeah.
And people have no problem hiring?
Oh, yeah, they do.
I don't know yet. No, I didn't have too much trouble getting this job.
Well, how did you apply? What did you tell them you were? Where did you put in the
They didn't even
application when
ask
they
any
asked
questions.
sex?
No, they didn't even ask
You say
any
yes.
questions. Like
What do you put on the sex? You
yes,
put female?
anytime.
You put sex, female?
Yeah.
Really?
But she does look different.
Yeah, you're looking more feminine, I guess.
Thank you.
It even looks like her teeth are different.
Yeah, your teeth different?
Teeth migrating?
No, yeah.
You know what it is?
I'm growing fangs.
But if you're as close as I am, Robin, see, from far away, he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
But if you're close as I am, the beard...
The beard is still there?
I'm going to vomit.
Listen.
I'm going to vomit.
I had to skip a week of electrolysis, so it's kind of like all growing out right now.
Yeah,
Bear with me.
I'm going to throw up. I'm not kidding.
Got a 5 o'clock shadow.
Look at those painted nails on his hand. That's a hand that should be holding a hockey stick. I'm going to puke. I'm not kidding.
Drill those hands.
Oh, man. What are you doing for work now, though? I mean, now that you've been
I'm on vacation now.
Well, she's now with her brain. That took a vacation a while.
What kind of an idiot are you to bring your kids around with you out in public? Really? I mean, really.
Why don't you stay away from your children?
No problem.
And what do they call you, Dad?
Yeah.
That doesn't smack of incongruity to you?
Yeah. You don't think that you're dressed like a woman and they're running around town calling you Dad?
I don't know. It doesn't seem to bother them. They know what I'm going through.
I hope they live in another state.
A 3-year-old really knows what you're going through.
Yeah, she does.
Poor kids.
Insanity.
Those kids are going to be so demented. Oh, man. Hanging around with you.
Did you see Donahue yesterday?
Yeah.
They had a woman on with 92 personalities.
Yeah, well, Siobhan's kids will have 92 personalities just like a day. Yeah, I saw that woman. She was pretty funny.
Yeah, and she said, when I was a child, I had to escape from reality. I could not handle reality.
Yeah. Well, if your reality is this, Daddy, your dress is so nice.
Actually, Allison okayed this outfit.
Allison who?
My daughter.
Oh.
Don't get confused.
We're supposed to know his daughter.
What is the daughter going to say? No, Dad, could you dress normal?
Actually, she did. I put something on before I put this on. She said, no, that looks ugly. Take it off. So, you know, she's my new fashion
Siobhan, you're just,
consultant.
you know, Siobhan, you really are selfish. That's what you are. You're
That's what happens.
Aside from being repulsive, aside from, what is that perfume? Is it a perfume or a soap you use?
It's a soap. It's
What
like
is it
this
called?
cheap soap. I think it's like made out of lye or something.
Yeah, but it permeates the room.
Well, so what? It's like perfume. It's like, you know.
It's sickening.
It's supposed to make you aroused, Howard.
It's a unique odor. I swear, I've never had an odor like this in my nostrils. And I've had everything in my nostrils.
Yeah.
I store nuts up there for the winter. And I'm telling you, I've never in my life.
Ask you about that, Howard.
What are you wearing around your neck? A crystal? Are you now into channeling?
Huh? Yeah.
You got Shirley MacLaine trapped in the body.
No, honestly.
Besides a woman being trapped in that man's body, there's other people, dead people trapped in there.
I went into one of those crystal shops, and this woman said, "This is for extraterrestrials who are uncomfortable in their bodies."
Yeah.
So that was a great.
That's you.
You
said, oh, that's me. I'll take two. You repulsive.
3 for my kid.
You're absolutely repulsive today. You're the most repulsive I've ever seen you. I'm not kidding. Oh, God.
I just want to ask you one thing.
What is
Look
that?
at you know what's worse than her hands is how big her wrists and arms
they're
are.
huge.
She's got bracelets on.
My wrists are half the size of this guy's wrist.
I know, you're so delicate, Howard.
Yeah.
I think you're the one who should be getting the operation.
Well, more so than you. I look more like a woman than you do.
What's this about you shaving your hair all the time off your body and stuff?
Just my chest hair.
Is that how it started with you?
That's exactly how it started.
Yeah.
I swear. I mean, I've been following this
Hey, what
guy
about
for a
that? What
long
about the
time.
hair on your chest? What is that doing?
I never had too much.
Huh.
It's like I just have to shave this little spot here.
Right between your breasts.
Between your breasts.
And just
Right between your less than an A-cup breast. Look at you in Newsday, man. There's a picture of you in Newsday today.
Where? No.
Pulling your shirt up with that fat belly of yours. Look at you.
Yeah, I gotta go on a diet. This
Look
is
at
terrible.
you, man. I mean, in Newsday.
God.
Yeah, oh, my God. Get out of here. Don't even come near me. Let me see.
I like what they said. 2 women bared their breasts.
I don't know how to break this to you, my friend, but Oprah Winfrey is sexier than you.
Oh, that's a real insult. Okay, Howard, how come you didn't get the lead role in Roxanne? They wouldn't even have to use makeup.
Very cruel.
Yeah, my nose is as big as that. My nose is as big as Cyrano de Bergerac.
Bigger than my penis, I'll tell you that.
What? What?
I said your nose is bigger than my
What
penis.
is that, shrivel up from those drugs you take?
Yeah.
Oh, God, are you repulsive.
But some days, I know it's a bad day when I wake up.
So you
with
mean all
some
those drugs, and that's all the breasts you've got?
Yeah, so far. It's like after the operation they grow a lot more because you don't have this little testosterone factory working away every day.
Yeah, super.
Poor factory.
And there's no way you
Close
can,
down.
there's no way you're going to get the implants?
Huh?
Why don't you just get the implants?
I might if I can afford them.
How much are those hormones you take?
They're like, it's like around $30 a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, I can
Well,
afford
that's not bad
that.
for you.
That's not even bad for Siobhan. $30 a month?
That's taking money out of, food out of her children's mouths.
You're not supporting your kids, are you?
No. Well, see, it's like my
What a
wife.
man you are. You're some man, I swear to God.
My wife makes twice as much as I do, and it's like really. So I'm hoping you.
So what does she make,
get a good
$50 a week?
No, she makes good money. She
does.
works for the state.
Yeah, there's big money in that.
Oh, and it's so feminine when she talks works for the state.
You know.
Well, Robin, I wish I had a voice like you, but they can't transplant those things.
Oh, boy. Yeah, sometimes people just go around looking for problems.
Your boy, the smell is incredible on you. That's like I know what you're going for. You think that's feminine, that soap. But it's not.
If you only knew, Howard.
What?
It's like male cologne.
Okay. He's not wearing
Aqua Velvet.
He's wearing.
Yeah, that's it.
He's wearing something.
I mix
Robin.
it with Brute and I put it all over.
He's wearing some kind of. What is it? What kind of shoes are you wearing? Flats?
Oh, these are those ones you buy in the Chinese stores for like
Chinese?
$5. Yeah.
That's unbelievable. Someone's got to pick up that TV show, and we do have to get him on.
Hey, Howard, I got a great idea. Why don't we have divorce court with me and my wife?
That's a good idea. You do that on your TV show. What is it, Gary?
Place up in there.
I'm kind of at an impasse here because I'm in the office and Siobhan's kids are screaming for daddy.
Oh, really?
I really don't know what to do.
Yeah, you bring them in, and what am I going to do, man? I'm not going to bum your kids out. Well, I tell you what, let's take a commercial break. You go see your kids. You know
Somebody has to break the news.
I tell you what we'll do. We'll bring Siobhan's kids in after the commercials. And I'll explain to them that you're on the radio and they have to wait in the other room, okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
That sounds good.
We'll be back right after this. No car.
No, I had to sell my... Actually, I gave it to my wife to sell for the to have money and everything.
Well, why don't you just sell your car and then get the money and get your...
Well, see, this is what happened. I gave it to her, and I said, this car is worth $800. I put a lot of work in it and everything. She let her cousin talk her down to $100, and he just stole the car away. It was a Mustang, too. It was a really nice little car.
She did a lot of work on it.
Yeah.
I did a lot of work.
I did a lot of work.
Changed the oil.
Changed the muffler, the oil, radiator.
That's a real voice.
Yeah. Let me hear your real voice.
That's not my real voice.
Yes, it is.
Oh, this is my real voice.
So you're talking to a guy with breasts.
Yeah.
Man with a penis and breasts. Interesting.
It's great. It's great. You wouldn't believe a lot of people like this, but they're like, I can't.
But Siobhan, you're 6'8", and you got you need that or something. I mean, you got to make yourself a little more attractive.
I'm working at it. It's a long process.
You're a guy.
Well, you also have to get something done with the hair.
Yeah, why don't you do something with your hair?
I'm going to get it cut.
No, not cut. Grow it longer.
Yeah, over your face.
Yeah. Can you grow it over your face? Show he may be doing on Channel 4
today.
Yeah.
Honestly, I went to Pennsylvania, and Leslie, my wife, said, you look just like Mary Beth Whitehead.
Oh, stop
You
it.
wish. You wish.
I said, geez.
Yeah. Start getting muddy with a penis, you are. That's what you are. Swear to God. I don't care what you tell me, that's a guy. Or if it's a girl, when it lifts up his dress, there's a little surprise there.
Just think, Howard, I donated a lot of sperm before I decided to do this.
Really, did you?
Yeah, so there could be a bunch of little Siobhans running around
Why is Siobhan is like an AIDS patient who continues to have sex.
Yeah.
You know, we obviously have a group of warped genes, so she donates sperm.
Yeah, great. I'd be proud to know that you're the father of the child.
This is what people should stay away from sperm banks.
They'll say, hey, this was a nice guy, curly brown hair, college
Jackie,
degree.
why did you, what are you, sick? Why do you invite Siobhan to your 4th of July party? No, I'm not coming.
Is he coming?
Yeah, I'm not going.
I gotta see Howard in a bathing suit.
And you know Freddie won't go. Freddie won't go.
Freddie, don't be
I like Siobhan, but it was Nancy that invited
Your girlfriend's a nut.
Nancy is a very, very nice woman.
Oh, yeah, I've heard you've
really
hit it off
great.
with her.
Huh? She's great.
Yeah.
She's great. She's a great person.
Oh, you sick. Jackie, why did you do that? I was going to come to your 4th of July party.
Confused because you got this big show at the Eastside Comedy Club today. No, Nancy and Siobhan hit it off really well, Howard. What can I tell you? Siobhan and nobody.
So, Siobhan, do us all a favor and say you won't go.
Yeah, I mean, if it's Fred,
I'm going.
Will you go?
I'm bringing the kids.
I
might
really
even
looking
have
forward
Leslie up
when it
here.
was going to start. Now I don't think I'm going to go.
Come on.
I'm not
Leslie's
going.
going to go there. You want to
You
be
don't have
friends.
that big a backyard.
Your wife is going to be at the party.
Oh, that'll be fun.
This will be great.
I'm not going for a freak show. I was going to start like normal people.
I want to go for a
What you'll be doing.
Yo, no, come on, Siobhan. And what are you going to be doing? Are you going to be humping everyone and like sticking your hands on everyone's crotch like
And
you normally do?
lifting your shirt every 10 seconds.
Grab kids with me. We're going to be making we're going to be
You're gonna have
playing
your kids
in the
with you?
sand
I don't want to see.
and swimming and stuff like that.
Jackie, I'm not going. You can count me out. I don't want to go see some guy in a dress with his kids
I'm
running
not going
around.
to be wearing a dress. I'll wear a bathing suit.
What kind of bathing suit? You're going to wear a bikini?
No, I'm going to wear swim trunks and a tank top. Why are you kidding? A bikini, I'm sure.
Oh, man.
That would be a freak
Hey, maybe we'll
show.
have a live weenie roast there.
I'm making donations. Howard, you bring the buns, okay?
Oh, God. I'm getting sick myself. I mean, I have a strong stomach.
And you haven't smelled them.
Oh,
Howard,
I really feel nauseous.
Can I lick the mustard off your Hebrew National?
Oh, boy.
Sure. All right.
Can you imagine what's marching around that head?
March around in those pants is what I'd like to do. 212 Car Cash. Call them up and can't have you in here anymore. I'm getting nauseous from you. You know something?
This is the first time it's really made me
calm you
sick.
down.
You're making me ill. It's the smell, though. It's that soap you're using.
Well, I'll just have to change. What do you use, Ivory or Neutrogena?
No, Ivory.
You use Ivory? That's the worst soap in the world.
Neutrogena even has a smell to it.
Oh, you're one of those. I have a friend.
That's what I think you use. Neutrogena.
Any smells at all?
Neutrogena. That's what you probably use for your back zit. People use that. They think
want to run your hands through them.
People think that's going to get
have the scabs come off under your nails and everything.
People think that that's going to get rid of their zits. That Neutrogena.
Thank goodness I didn't
use Ivory. Okay, let's see. You don't use any
Dove.
deodorant.
Dove I use.
Dove for your
Sure, I
face.
use deodorant.
What
In fact, I just switched deodorant. I wasn't strong enough.
You use those roll-on things. No wonder you have to shave your armpits. The hair gets caught.
What are you?
in them.
Listen, you're a guy. You're a man with breasts and a penis. What are you giving me? You're giving me a hygiene lecture? You got breasts and penis.
You got a lot to learn, Howard.
What are you, an idiot?
Start shaving. There's a lot of things you got to start getting into, like oiling your body.
Get out of here. Just get out of here. You make me sick.
You into with her hanging her from the ceiling and applying electrodes.
You're not kidding. You are
that
nuts.
might be fun. I get enough electrolysis.
You're sick.
Yeah, why don't you get electrolysis on your face so you don't
right.
grow that goofy mustache anymore?
Oh, man. Are you just sick?
You know you'd love that mustache, so you just be quiet.
Oh, yeah, I know. Do you know I saw this picture of him when he was chubby and cute with a mustache? And I still love him.
You're a freak. You're just a freak with big wrists and a penis and breasts.
Yeah, take those bracelets off. They only accentuate how big your
really.
wrists are.
He's got like a whole bunch of
little rubber black things.
Hey, I don't have to worry in the subway.
Those are real classy. Those are real classy bracelets you wear.
Yeah, they're the only ones I can find that'll fit over my hand.
I wonder why.
He has like pieces of tire rubber around his wrist and around his middle finger.
Retreads.
I grab a car as it goes down.
Look at the size of your fingers.
You
have these big fat fingers.
Size 13 ring.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Better to crush your delicate hand.
I wish you were down in the subway. If Bernie Getz sees you, he's going to shoot himself. All right, look, I got to take a break, and we'll be back with your kids.
Howard, I'm getting numb just looking at you.
Yeah, I numb. That from Dick Butkus with 3 nipples and a wrist bracelet. We'll be back right after this. Robin, what if when I die, I want you to promise me something, Robin.
Yeah.
All right, this is your job, because you'll, I'm sure, outlive me. Women outlive men.
I don't know. I might outlive you. I'm not sure, though.
Robin, if I die, if Siobhan bribes the mortician to use my body,
I'm
going to get a souvenir.
I'll have you burned, Howard.
Thank you. Just burn me quickly. I just don't want him getting a hold of my cadaverous body.
Yes.
I'll make a husher out of it.
You make me yell.
Yeah, this is the first. I can't even look in there when the commercials are playing.
Right.
I have had my head down. I'm not looking.
Robin, I don't believe it.
You know, I noticed that.
This is, this is really affecting me now.
Yeah.
I can't believe
You're getting
it.
sick too, right?
Yeah.
Robin, don't lose your nice image. Come on.
I'm not. I'm telling
Being
you
honest.
honestly.
You make people sick. The woman's being honest. At least she's not saying anything. She's just looking down so she doesn't have to stare at you. I'm telling you, you have that effect on people. I'm sorry. And don't lick your lips. It's disgusting.
See, I'm not seeing any of this because I'm just not looking.
Howard, can I eat your apple?
No.
You know,
Really?
people actually share drinks with
Are you
and
hungry?
things like
Yeah.
that?
I'm hungry for something else, but I'll take an apple. Okay.
What's going on with Siobhan's kids, Gary?
They're calling for him.
They are? All right, bring them in for a second.
Okay, bring them in.
While Siobhan's
All
kids...
right, I'll be right back.
Well, you can bring them over. But Siobhan, sit down. Too many people running around here.
I like this studio. It's a lot bigger.
Yeah. The window factory is so beautiful.
The windows in here?
No, they did not.
Oh, why not?
I don't know why. Come on.
We don't run the station.
Gee, I couldn't believe the lobby. It's like all falling apart in there. What's wrong?
It was fine until you walked in.
Oh, here's Siobhan's kids. Oh, man. This
Hi,
is
guys.
too sad.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing, kids? Hey, listen. Your dad's going to be on the radio for a while, all right? Okay? You're eating your apple? You enjoying that? Yeah, well, your dad's quite a guy, isn't he? What are you kids in on vacation or something? Hey, give him a microphone. Your 7-year-old's pretty good. What's your name? Your name's Allison?
Where's it gonna go?
Here, come here.
Where's it gonna go?
I got you.
Oh, okay. She doesn't have to.
No, you don't have to talk into it. No, you don't have to talk into the
Let me
microphone.
talk right into the microphone there.
Yeah, you don't have to say anything.
I don't know how.
You're doing fine.
Doing fine. Everybody here is here.
Your daughter actually looks like you, Siobhan.
Yeah.
Wait till the kids get older.
But anyway,
maybe they'll grow out of it.
Yeah, right.
She's good.
But you guys are good kids. You guys are real good kids. Hey, Siobhan, why don't you bring the kids?
Wait, having fun with Daddy?
Having fun with Daddy? What are you guys doing on vacation with him? Where do you guys go?
We are going to beach. That's one.
The beach? Oh, no.
Everywhere to embarrass.
You're going to the beach? Yeah, where else?
Where else, Dad?
Coney Island.
I did not go there.
We're going there. That's where you've only been here for 3 days.
Coney Island?
You're going to go to Coney Island? Watch Siobhan get beat up at Coney Island.
Don't beat Siobhan up
Yeah,
with
right.
a kid.
Yeah. And you're going to be Coney Island.
The aquarium. And
the aquarium.
Visit Stephanie and Chris and all your godparents.
Godparents?
And visit the radio station.
The regular parents don't want to see the...
I was going to say, yeah, they got to get godparents. Can you imagine what this group is?
Thing I ever seen.
What's weird?
Bill.
Oh.
Oh, he is the weirdest thing you've seen, too, huh?
Daddy's the weirdest thing you've ever seen? I mean, sure. Your kids are all right. That's good.
They're normal. Good.
That was good.
What do you mean he's weird? What do you think is weird about him?
No hair on my face, huh?
No, they're bumpy.
Oh, they're bumpy.
That's what I keep telling them.
You got dermabrasion now. Oh, my.
Yeah, your dad's a good guy, though. Your dad's a good guy. Whatever. I mean,
Yeah, don't
what am I
take it to
supposed say?
school.
Dad's a good woman?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
tell him what's going on. Tell him what I'm going to do.
What is he doing?
You can tell him.
Is he a he?
No, I don't know.
No, never mind. I don't want to discuss this with your kids, Siobhan. Just because it's you. But Siobhan, I mean Bill.
What do you
You're the
call?
only one who's allowed to call me that. You and him.
That's it. Let's call you Bill. Aunt Bill.
Aunt Bill.
My girl, Bill. My girl, Bill.
Well, let me. It's awfully embarrassing, Robin.
I'm telling you.
What?
The 3-year-old is speechless. Doesn't know what to say.
3-year-old trying to figure out who to breastfeed from.
She'll warm up.
She'll warm up. Yeah, my.
About you trying that. I swear, Howard, you're ready for this operation.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Dad's having a slight operation, huh? Yeah.
Daddy, why don't you stop eating this beans? There's way too many farts.
I'm not doing that. Howard is.
What did she say?
Tell Siobhan to stop eating beans. It leaves too many farts.
Oh, my goodness.
See, Siobhan, I told you it's that smell. That's the smell I'm talking about.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, make nice to your father.
Oh, dear. Well, there's a lot of good child rearing going on here.
Yeah, I can tell.
No, you're the one that leaves the farts all the time.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, come on. You guys are getting outrageous
You
here.
got a good reaction.
Every minute. Yes, that's my Siobhan. That's his mating call.
Oh.
Tells his kid he's blowing me kisses with his farts. Oh, man, this is the sickest thing I've ever seen.
These poor children.
Beautiful children, by the way. How do we get, custody of the children?
Isn't there somebody listening who's going to come in here and take
Is there
care
a
of
judge?
the situation?
Judge Hortense, if you're listening, we have one last case. Hortense Gable,
Family court.
you can finally make up with God for what you've done in fixing all those cases, or at least that one case.
Well, we don't
allegedly.
even know about that one.
Yeah, we don't even know if you did that.
But in case you need some insurance.
Yeah, there's a good case here. Your kids must spend most of your time with, what did your kids say? Tell me what you said. What'd you say, Allison?
You do have a funny nose.
Oh, don't say that.
They told me you had a very long nose.
Oh, it's not
Your
that.
dad's not a very nice person.
No, I really like his nose. I really do.
Yes.
Hey, Howard, I don't want you to get a nose job.
All right, thank you. Yes, Siobhan, I'll take advice
Because
from
she
you.
has to spend so much time with the plastic surgeon. She can't spare time.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to get a hold of that nose someday.
When are you kids going to be away from your... When are you going back to your mommy?
After 4.
Good. Sooner the better.
Yeah.
I wonder if Jessica Hahn would adopt these kids. Give her something to do in that
She's got
house.
a lot of spare time.
She does. Well, she does hang around that house. Well, anyway, Siobhan, let me just do a Window Factory commercial. Let me take a break. I'm really... I think I'm going insane. I've never seen anything.
Well, this is what's happening in America. Life is not the idyllic scene that you have.
Wait. Listen, I don't want to get into this.
But I think it's like if
I don't really
you
want
talk to him when he calls you on the phone about that.
Yeah, when I call you up, you tell me about that.
Okay.
You can really grow skin on that? I want to get in on that myself.
Right.
Oh,
that's what I thought you'd be interested in it. It's great.
All right, just calm down. All right, really?
Yeah. Really, I'm not fooling you.
Something to be said about that.
I think you're getting to make some progress.
What does that one cost?
Not too much.
Oh, man.
Something to think about.
That was developed by Dr. Add an Inch to me, wasn't it? Club Getaway. Here's the number to call, 212-921-1987. 212-921-1987. It's a neat vacation. Even have a super sports weekend. Water skiing, ping pong.
It's great. Do you like to play volleyball?
10K run. Volleyball.
I love volleyball.
Yeah. Especially when your top rides up around your breast.
And then I spike the ball.
All right, let's get Siobhan out of here. So what is this appearance?
Okay. It's CBGB's, Monday, July 13th.
Siobhan will be the MC of a musical night?
Yeah, for Homestead Records. It's a new music seminar showcase. And the bands that are going to be there are Live Skull, Salem 66, Phantom Toll Booth, Big Dipper, and Nice
and
Strong
the Police.
Arm. Nice Strong Arm. They're all new bands. They're bands that, like, well, what is this, classic rock? Yeah. You'll hear them 20 years from now on this station.
Yeah, good. And I can't wait.
You can come back then.
Yeah, that's when you can return. 20 years from now. Well, Siobhan, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Yeah.
Today we got an insight into your life that like we've never gotten before. The children, and when are you going to bring your wife on the show? Now that I'd like to just say.
I'd love to do it. I'd love to do it. We've got to work that out.
When is your wife coming to town?
She's coming up for the 4th, but I don't know if she'll be here Friday.
Well, we won't either.
We won't either.
Yeah, so.
Hey, any chance of you doing a personal appearance at the pier? Because I'd like to be the one to push you off. If it's possible.
Anytime, Howard. I'm a good swimmer.
Yes. We should have put a microphone in our office and heard Gary babysitting my kids.
Yeah, I would have loved to hear what he's doing with the kids.
He better get used to it. He's going to have some...
We're going to play a game called Tie You Up. All right, I tell you what, listen, you go be with your kids.
Okay.
Because actually it's better you're away from the kids.
Well, we're performing a public service.
You're not kidding. Maybe they're crying because they know you're coming back. And good luck on your appearance. When is that again? What's the date?
July
13th of July.
July 13th, Monday night.
CBGB's, see you there. It's a great place.
All right, thank you. And we'll be right back with these words.
Okay.
And you're on the air.
I wonder how far you could push your loyal supporters. Do you ever think about that?
You think they'd drink Kool-Aid for me with poison in it?
Yeah, I wonder.
John.
Howard.
Hello?
You're on the air.
Yo, Howard, what's happening?
Yeah, lower your radio. Forget it. I'm not going to sit and tell you to lower your radio. If you don't...
It's lowered.
No, it's not.
It's low?
Don't lie to me. You're on the air.
Yeah, hi. Well, I was calling, you guys were talking about, I know you told us not to bring this up anymore about the TV show.
Yeah.
But yesterday, I sort of got the impression from you that it got rejected.
No, rejected is the word, not rejected it.
Well, maybe he meant twice.
You're not from Fox, are you?
No.
No, it's
But yesterday when you guys were talking about it, you were like, you sort of gave the impression like, we gave it our best shot.
No, we gave it our best. What we were trying to say, and maybe we made it unclear, is that we gave it our best shot, and now it's in the hands of the people at Fox. But I think that...
Well, you're getting a little bit skeptical about it because it's taking so long.
Yeah, and...
But by the same token, we were told a while ago that there was no specific timetable, and this could take a lot longer than any of us wanted to.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad.
And the point is that I have a sneaking suspicion that they were real hot on signing me to do a TV show for them. And then when all that FCC stuff came down, I have a sneaking suspicion that they got freaked out, certain people at that company. And even though I was totally framed, and I was totally, by the way, exonerated of all charges. But after that happened, I think they kind of freaked. We don't know if we want to have this dick face on our TV network.
Well, this is what's so interesting to me. The other Saturday, I was watching a television show that was a pilot made for CBS.
Yeah.
Now, this was a conversation that went on in this situation comedy. This woman walks into a toy store to return a toy, and she says, my daughter screamed when this toy made this particular noise, and she ran into our bedroom when Arnold and I, or whoever her husband was, were in a compromising position. And the toy store owner says, oh, my goodness, I hope she didn't see anything. She says, well, I was sort of out of sight. And the toy store owner then says, you were out of sight? Did your daughter realize? She says, well, when she found me under the covers, she asked me, Mommy, what are you doing down there? And I said to her that I was looking for a book. And she said, well, how can you read? It's so dark. That was on TV.
You know, I've never heard you read a script before, Robin. I swear to God, you know, you could be an actress. The way you did that whole reading, and you did all three parts. You have like multiple personalities in there. You see, my point is that, so what they end up doing is, they have Arsenio Hall filling in for a week in that Late Show. And that's what they're comfortable with. And I'm not saying that they've rejected it from happening, but I'm not going to sit around and wait to hear from them, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I've got about like 900 television offers. I really don't need to hear from them.
But they're talking about that kind of sex on CBS.
Exactly. What kind of sex? Yeah, isn't that disgusting? Wish my wife would read a book once in a while like that.
The lights out.
With the lights out.
Zoe special request.
Zoe?
Right.
Get it. Forget it.
We're not going to deal with that today.
You had to bleep him off. Hey, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard. I got guts. I'll come down there for a gay dial a date.
Are you gay?
Yeah. Of course.
Are you safe?
Hey, turn off your radio.
Hang on 1 second.
Let's make sure he's practicing safe sex.
All right.
Let's make sure he's practicing safe just walking around. Can you wear a condom over your whole body?
Not over my whole body.
So you're gay?
Oh, do I sound like I'm gay?
You're not gay.
Yes, I am.
Lower your radio. Turn off your radio.
The other one.
I'm hearing the show broadcast back to him. I'm starting to crack down on you guys who don't turn down your radios. I'm just hanging up on you. But,
all right. They're off.
Get out of here. What is happening now?
It's one of the construction workers staring at me through the glass. They widened the windows so they could all look at me.
People can see in there. Yes, I've had them staring at me too.
Yeah, they just like the construction workers just peer at you.
Yes, Howard, I am willing to come down there and volunteer my services to the...
You don't sound like you're serious. You don't sound like you're really...
I don't know how else to put it, Howard.
Are you black?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you're black homosexual?
Yes.
Oh, no wonder you don't sound serious. That's got to be rough being a black homosexual.
Well...
I see you guys walking around a lot.
Wait a minute,
You're not one of the effeminate ones.
Oh, yes, he is.
No.
Oh, this one is. What do you go for, white guys?
Yeah, I'm pretty much liberal.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So liberal that you've been with, like, a lot of different partners in the last 7 years?
No, not that liberal.
Yeah. None of you guys, it's amazing how AIDS got started. None of you guys, you're all monogamous and...
Yeah, it's amazing. All those rumors that they spread about you, all those lies.
It's terrible.
So you play bonsai with the baloney, do you? Yeah, you want to come down here?
Yeah, why not?
Well, really what I want this Thursday for the final show...
Of the week.
Final show of the week is the lesbian mothers of twins. That's what I'd really like. And if I don't get that, maybe I'll have you down here, Junior.
Oh, sounds good to me.
Does that sound good to you? How old are you, Mike?
I'm 24.
24? Have you been tested for the AIDS virus?
Not recently. I was about a year or so ago.
And within that year's time, you've had
What
sex?
have you done?
No, I haven't. I've engaged in what we call safe sex.
Safe sex. In other words, you were with a woman.
Well...
Looking at a guy's tuchus can give you a problem. My God. You know, I spent the whole morning yesterday reading gay magazines well into the afternoon.
Uh-huh.
And I got to say something. I looked at more naked men with huge apparatus. Naked, body, hair shaved, everything. Beautiful bodies. And I tell you, I didn't get the slightest bit aroused.
Now, wait a minute, Howard.
You going to tell me I got aroused?
Not even a little bit?
Remember that one picture?
That's my favorite. Which one? The one that's the guy that sort of looks like a girl?
Right.
Yeah, well, but I was thinking of him as a girl. He was just so nice. There was this one guy, right, who, like, pulled down his pants and, like, was just wearing, like, bikini underwear.
And no. He didn't have any bikini underwear on.
Oh, which one? Are you talking about the guy that... I like the guy in the bikini underwear, too.
Really? Oh, there were two, then.
Oh, he was really cute. But he looked like a woman.
But wait a minute.
Yeah.
See, that guy didn't even look like a woman. I remember that one. And I said, no, he doesn't look like a woman at all.
Yeah.
But the other one, remember, who had, like, the bikini line.
Well, that guy with his, like, butt turned to the camera?
And it was the butt that really was attractive to you.
It was. And didn't we say that could have been a woman's legs and butt? In all fairness to me?
Sure.
I got to say, I was sort of turned on by this one guy. But it happened just once, and I'm telling you, I had everyone check my pants. Nothing was going on.
But he turned the page really quick.
Yeah. I got a little flush. It's very beautiful. So you're a black gay, huh?
Yeah, but let me dispel some of your myths, Howard. There are a lot of Spanish gay men out there, too.
Oh,
they're not all Mr. Macho.
Oh, of course. We never said that.
Yeah, but they're all pitchers. All Spanish gay men are pitchers, not catchers.
No, that's not true either.
Come on, I'm trying to spread a myth here. No, really what it is actually is that, you know, heterosexual Spanish men will have sex with other men as long as they're the pitchers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They would never
make
catch.
them gay.
Yeah, it doesn't make them gay. It's just like that's something they'll do if they're like, you know, in the army or something. But they don't, you know, they just close your eyes and make believe it's a woman. You ever been with a Spanish guy?
Yeah, once or twice.
What do they put Mexican jumping beans in their tuchuses?
Stop it.
No, you don't.
You sound like a pretty good guy. Would you mind doing the show from another room?
No, I wouldn't mind. Why, you worried you're going to catch something?
The AIDS virus. HTLV.
What do you do? Not ever going to let you do anything creative.
I don't know, man.
We're never going to let you advance beyond this point.
Yeah, because who wants to advance beyond that point?
Oh, Howard.
$40,000 a year to sit and work a TV camera. Guaranteed income. 5 weeks vacation.
Want to excel.
Oh, man, they do not. Not those guys. Don't you tell me that. Hey, man, you want to excel, then don't go in a union where you're guaranteed for life a job. And bust your ass a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
well, there are errors on both sides.
Yeah. But then again, like, the young guys aren't rewarded when they do a good job, so they figure they might as well do a bad job.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They wind up, you know, taking the union side because the company doesn't give them anything.
Yeah, it's true. Hey, screw it. I hope NBC doesn't have those union guys back for a long time. I want to see those scabs start going in. That's the funny part.
Everybody thinks that they're going to just bring in a bunch of scabs and start working them.
If you're a college kid right now and you're just getting out of school, you can really get a job at NBC.
Oh, yeah.
An incredible scab job. And if this thing goes for a while, they'll probably end up throwing all those guys out and putting you in full time.
And they are expecting it to be a long strike, so
yeah.
Stay tuned. As I said before, Robert Chambers did not testify yesterday. He was supposed to go on the stand in his pretrial hearing. And then when his lawyer discovered that he would not be able to limit the cross-examination of the prosecutor, he decided not to let his client take the stand. This caused quite an uproar in the courtroom yesterday, of course. All the reporters were there waiting to hear what Robert Chambers had to say. He was supposed to talk about his 10-hour grilling at the hands of police. He contends that they coerced him into admitting that he killed Jennifer Levin.
Hey, let's take a break and call Lisa Slee. We'll get her on the line for this story. They're putting the guardian angels put Robert Chambers under house arrest.
Yes, they're very upset with him.
Yeah. Put him under house arrest.
I think, can't they get into trouble for that?
I don't know. We'll find out. It could be harassment.
Yeah.
We'll be back right after this.
Keith Ford's the only Ford dealer on
It was getting late.
Let's face it.
Wait a minute. I had Gary call.
Right.
And call you in the car to find out where you were.
You got to believe that we left at 5 o'clock. I thought 2 hours was enough time.
Yeah. Gary, I mean, if you were at home,
right,
we were going to leave, obviously.
Right.
If you were in transit, we were going to wait.
Yeah, because you were running around the boat trying to act like a big shot saying, no, we're going to leave. Let's face it, that party would have been a dud if me and Robin weren't there.
You were great at the party, Howard. You were wonderful at the party, but the answer, if you were at home, we were going to wait. If you were in transit, we were waiting.
All right, Tom.
Okay.
Because you make yourself look bad.
How?
Well, because you go running around the boat saying, come on, let's leave. We'll teach you. Hey, Lisa.
Yes.
Who's that on your phone?
I don't know. Must be somebody calling in.
Oh, well, tell him to stop.
I will.
Miss Karate. Why don't you karate them?
I'll karate chop the telephone.
Hey, whoever's on the phone, put him under house arrest.
You like that idea, huh?
Yeah. Anyway, Tom, thanks.
I can go now?
Yeah, you can go. Oh, you can hang out. It's okay with us. It's fine. You can hang out. I love when you hang out. It's interesting. See, he comes in and backs down, but he was probably walking around like a big shot.
Tom wanted to leave.
Right, Tom wanted to leave.
Tom was going to leave, you guys.
Tom was going to leave.
But we said, no, Tom, don't do it.
Tom, you know where the Star's decision. I got the ratings. You can't go around. You got to just say, Howard's a good guy. He'll be here. I trust him. He's my morning man. If he told me he's going to be here, he's going to be here. I'll wait till 9 o'clock. What'd you should have said?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because then you'd look more like you're in control. Right, Robin?
Absolutely.
You are in control. Don't get me wrong. All right, Tom, I'm just kidding. All right, Lisa.
Yes, Howard.
Tom can't take a joke.
I know.
He's all upset now. Why, that bastard emasculate me on the air?
How dare he?
Lisa, I want you to put our general manager on the house arrest.
You want me to put your general manager? I'll try.
Hey, Lisa.
Yes,
So
Howard.
what wacky thing are you up to now?
Well, we're a little bit disgusted with our boy Robert Chambers.
Go ahead.
Because, everybody knows he killed Jennifer Levin. This is what he was indicted for, second-degree murder.
Right.
He's walking around, having a good old time as if nothing went wrong. Yesterday in the court, when he was expected to testify, he walked past myself and a group of guardian angels as he was being led out of the court with his lawyer and the court officers. He turned to us and he goes, suckers.
Oh, wow.
So he's definitely a little bit out of control. And
you think he's dating, Lisa?
Oh, I think so. I don't
All I
think
know is, I was thinking about this earlier, I know for sure, even though Robin knows that Chambers killed Levin, I think he's that good-looking that Robin would actually consider, if he was like,
not true.
if he was tied down or something, I think Robin would consider having sex with him. Just once before he tries.
You wouldn't believe in the courtroom, even after...
Getting turned on, Lisa?
No, I'm not getting... Yeah, because I'm talking to you, Howard, not about Robert Chambers, that slime. He's in the courtroom, and all these little preppy girls that are there, these little super prepped out, Robin, you know the type. You see them on Madison Avenue, up in the 80s and 90s.
The girls who shop.
Yes, the girls who shop.
The girls who you should really be, but for some goofy reason you sit somewhere in a beret. Yeah.
And they're there defending this guy even at this point.
Well, he's number one in bed. I don't know if you saw that.
I don't believe
that.
Figure.
He's number one in bed.
I don't believe that.
Why don't I get a headline like that? Why does a goofball like that get a headline like that? I can't get number one in bed. Would you tell the Post that I'm number one in bed, Lisa?
Nobody ever
Howard,
I
can't speak from personal experience because everybody knows I'm a celibate, so I'd have no credibility.
You're celibate. I swear, I get a hold of you. Wouldn't be if you're alone with me for 10 minutes, you wouldn't be celibate.
No, I'd probably be sick to my...
Could you just pick up that...
Let me just tell you...
Yeah, give him a break.
It's a message here.
Hold on a second, please.
Keep ringing. Are you talking to Howard?
Yeah, Howard?
Who was it?
I don't know. The guy called before and called me a very derogatory term. Somebody's trying to break up the line. Probably one of Robert Chambers' friends.
You don't have another number I can call you on, do you?
Yes, I do.
All right, hold on. Wait, let me get it off the air. Hold on.
Because this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hold on, one second. We don't have any more commercials, do we? No, okay, hold on. No, I don't. No,
we don't need it. We were just saying if we had one, we'd play it here.
Lisa? All right, hold a second. Okay, give me the number. Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to sabotage, right? Who's trying to sabotage it? His friends? All right, hold on. I'm going to call you right back in 2 seconds.
Oh, but, I mean, he has these kind of friends? We think.
We don't know who his friends are. Let's see. I got to hit 12 buttons. You have to give me a chance to dial. It's really complicated. I want you to come in here and try and dial one time. You're going to see I'm a rocket scientist. Okay. It really is amazing that I can work all this equipment. I must have a very high IQ.
Well, you told me you didn't.
The rest of the jocks haven't figured out how to use the phones yet.
Lisa Sliwa?
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Howard.
All right. We're back on the air.
Okay, great.
So anyway, this guy, Robert Chambers, what are you guys going to do, follow him around and hassle him?
Well, we're going to place him under symbolic house arrest just so he knows that there's people watching him, because this guy has gotten away with so many other crimes.
Wait a second. You can't say that until the guy's proven guilty.
Yeah, he hasn't been convicted.
They had the district attorney, Linda Fairstein, wheeled in a car today with papers and charges and things that he's been involved in the past. But the guy, because he's a little pampered preppy, he's always beating a rap.
Yeah, so he's not going to beat this rap, though, is he?
I don't think so. We're going to make sure that he doesn't, because it's so absurd for him to say that he was acting in self-defense, that he was attacked, and then to go on, the worst thing is he hasn't even shown any remorse.
So what happened? He, looked you in the face and said, suckers?
Yep, he walked right past us. He had about 3 court guards in front of him. He had his attorney, Jack Littman, who we've protested at his office.
Yeah, but wait a second. The guy's got to listen, the guy's got to go to trial and have an attorney.
Yeah, he's got to have an attorney, and he has to have
he objects to the defense, Howard.
Oh.
And he has to have a trial.
When you're on defense, that's it. So he's got to have a defense.
Yeah, but Howard, look, with Bernie Goetz, they didn't start talking about his sexuality, ruining his reputation.
Yeah, but this is a sexual case.
I know, but because when it's a woman
victim,
murder case. It's a murder case.
It's a murder-sex case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Even if the woman that's killed is a prostitute, that still doesn't give the guy a right to kill her.
No, absolutely. Oh, listen, I'm against this guy. I think they ought to take that guy and cut his testicles off and then electrocute him.
Wait a minute. My
if
other
he's guilty.
question. The big, his big carp about this whole thing is he was coerced into admitting that he killed her. I said, well, did they put bamboo shoots under his nails?
No.
Robin, exactly. The guy was 6'4". He's been on a weight-reducing diet. So it's true. So that he looks thinner and looks smaller, but he's very, very tall. He's got to be at least 6'4".
Yeah. Hey, I'm 6'4". Women can beat me up.
Well, yeah.
But I'm an unusual
case. That's different.
No, I know what you mean. Hey, listen,
he really doesn't have. They forced me to testify.
I feel real bad
against myself.
I feel real bad for the parents.
I feel bad for the parents and for the family for what they've had to go through, because.
You know who I feel the worst for?
Oh.
Me, because I haven't slept with you.
Oh, stop.
Yes, I knew you'd like that. I'll tell you, I'd rough you up.
Howard, you wouldn't stand a chance.
We'd have some rough sex, wouldn't we? Tell the truth. That would be rough.
He'd beat you up and then you could have sex.
By myself in a corner.
Right, I can beat you up and then you can get off on it later on your own.
One thing I know about Lisa Sliwa for sure.
What?
When she's in bed, she's a little kitten. And let me tell you something. She's aggressive and everything and goes after what she wants, which I like in a woman in bed. But then afterwards, it's like very lovey-dovey, the head on your chest.
Really?
Very much into cuddling.
Oh, Howard, I am. I love to cuddle those drug dealers we've been dogging on First Avenue.
I knew that about you.
I like to put my arm around their neck and then just give them one of those nice headlocks so that